Jay here for Stretford, Paddock, and this is the live watch-along for Manchester United versus Istanbul Basaksehir. Did I get that right?
I tried to say it a minute ago and I just completely butchered it, so don't ask me.
Yeah, Istanbul. Joining me is my co-host, Ronaldo Brown. Ronnie, we're not doing the tier 1 today. It's usually be on you on the tier 1, isn't it? Bit of difference.
I feel like a massive part of my week has been lost. No, I'm joking.
But we're on the live show. We're on the live show today doing this. By the way, this is going to be a full live show. So you're going to have me and Ronnie now chatting about the game, previewing the game. You're going to have a little bit from Stephen Howson looking at the opposition. Then you're going to have Joe and Adam Mckola going through the team news when that drops. That'll be live as well. Then you're going to have the live watch-along. Then you're going to have a live review. Then you're going to have fan cams. Then you probably get a bit of sleep because you've been like me. You'll have been up all night watching the election results coming in, but that's because I'm a bit of a geek.
And I definitely didn't.
You definitely didn't. That's why you look like you just, look nice and fresh, and I look like I've just literally woken up.
You look great, Jay. Man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that, brother. Istanbul, they've got a player there that you saw on the thumbnail, a player that I love and miss, Rafael de Silva. Don't know a lot about this team, by the way, so don't expect sort of the forensic analysis of Istanbul. You will get that a bit more from Steve in a minute. But Rafael, me and you were talking off camera there, and you miss him, don't you?
No, I do. I think he was a great servant to the club. And
great. That's a bold.
Maybe not great servant, good servant. He was a solid player when he was here. He was a likeable character. He definitely had a little bit of the old United DNA in him. So he's one of those where he was towards the last of a dying breed in terms of the players that we had in Fergie's reign, etc. But Raf, it's not even. I'm not being revisionist or anything. But I was actually a big fan of Rafael when he was at United, and I thought he was good. It's weird when I'm looking at United squad now and I'm looking at full-backs, looking at Brandon Williams, Luke Shaw, Wan-Bissaka, and even though Rafael de Silva wouldn't have been one of those players that you thought, his quality was superb, he's great or a legend, do you believe that he could, if he was as good as he was then, like if you go back in time, would he rival the full-backs we have now to start as a starting role? Probably. I
think the problem with Rafael, I love Rafael, I'm with you. I tweeted a couple of pictures that just summed him up before. Like there was one when he was in Tevez's face in the derby. The other one where he was going for the entire Liverpool team at Anfield. He always got stuck in.
Well, he's Brazilian. He is Brazilian.
Every Brazilian's got a... Plus, when you've got your brother there, you're a twin, aren't you? I imagine there's a bit of competitiveness there. Yeah. And it's like, I'm going to show you who's the main man here. And it was like, you got your brother egging you on and you're trying to, impress him or whatever. So there's that element as well. So he was a great player. He was a character. He was good box office. But I think, if we're being brutally honest, and I love Rafael, there were injury problems, weren't there? He seldom had like a 20-game run in a team. It was usually like 3 or 4 games, an injury, a suspension. Even his brother, I think sometimes they'd rotate. And then I remember one game, I think it might have been Reading, forgive me if I'm getting that wrong, where they both got injured. I think one of them came on for the other one and he got injured as well.
Twin telepathy.
Yeah, it was crazy. But Rafael, listen, great guy as well. Great personality on social media. He's always, remember when they beat City, I think it was, and he was giving it a bit of
giving it large. He's still a red through and through. Now, once a red, always a red.
Mate, I love a bit of that. Guys, do get involved in the comments. Let us know what you think of Rafael de Silva. Let us know what you think of Istanbul. Do you know much about him? Let us know about this game as well, because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer,
do you remember
he's under a little bit of pressure after the Arsenal game.
Before you move on,
should get us onto hopefully get us back on track.
Before you move on, sorry to cut you off, mate.
No, please do.
But I think you know what it is with the Rafael de Silva. Do you remember the goal he scored against QPR, Loftus Road? Yeah. I think that might be one of the best goals I've seen from a United player in terms of technique and quality. 100%. I think it's slightly underrated, actually.
I always get confused, right? He scored one at Arsenal, didn't he? Yeah. Did he score at Anfield as well, didn't he? When we beat him 2-1, Van Persie scored. The QPR one, I think...
QPR Loftus Road came back edge of the box on like half volley, just absolute dart.
I think I was in that. Absolute dart. My memory is shocking. Just looking at the comments, well, guys, do get involved in the comments. Do hit like as well. And do hit subscribe if you're not subscribing to the channel. Let us know as well what you think of today's game. Give us your predictions. We're going to be getting the predictions from some of the usual suspects shortly, but make sure you give us your predictions as well. Just looking, we're on Facebook as well. Someone saying Para Sawan Ponaya says GGMU Rashford will score today. I love to see a Marcus Rashford goal. Always love to see him. David Busquets also on Facebook says score Man United 2-0. Graham Stutley also thinks United will win 2-0. Damon Tom over on YouTube asks, who's faster, Ronaldo or Rivaldo? I'm taking he's talking about you and your brother, not Cristiano.
Rivaldo.
Or R9 and the Rivaldo.
Yeah, my brother's quicker.
Really?
100%.
Who's better at football?
By quite a bit.
Who's better at football?
I'm better at football.
You're better at football, he's quicker?
He's quicker.
Who'd win in a fight?
I'm not going to lie, my brother would probably edge it as well.
Really?
Yeah, he's a bit of a psycho.
Is it? I mean, you look like you could be a bit moody as well. I'm not like to get on the wrong side of you if I'm being brutal.
Nah, you don't want to get on the wrong side of Rivy, don't
you? You don't mess about with the Brown brothers, yo. Let's have a look. In the comments, someone saying Raphael was so underrated. Poor Fabio just wasn't up to scratch.
Yeah, Raf was better than him. Raf was the better brother.
He played in the Champions League final though.
Don't lie.
Do you know what I mean? Giving it all out.
The point still stands.
You are right. To be fair, he was. But Fabio did have the little appearance in 2011. Do you remember?
Yes,
Yeah, he played in the final against Barcelona at Wembley.
How old would I have been?
In 2011?
13.
No, I was 31. That's another. Rashford, Lewis Tuffer says, Rashford, another hat-trick. What do you reckon, Jay? Why not? I think what we need today, mate, is a bit of positivity, as Andy Tate would say. We need a bit of a lift, don't we? Because the Arsenal game, don't want to keep going on about it, was so deflating. In the Champions League, we've had two great results. A good result over in Paris, of course, and an emphatic win over a good RB Leipzig team. So, you know, you want to keep that going in the Champions League and give us that sort of bounce back factor going into the Everton game, don't you?
100%. I feel like we started to smell ourselves a little bit. Maybe that's why we was hearing all the noise about how well we're doing and how we bounced back, and the fact that the start of the season that we had was just basically down to the fact that we didn't have a pre-season, so everyone was kind of saying, oh, that was the excuse. But now that we've gone kind of past that, look, we're amazing again. And then that's what happens. You start to get a little bit complacent and then you lose to a shit team like Arsenal.
We're going to get into the team news shortly. What do you think, Ollie, now? Do you think he goes for it in terms of a strong team because of what happened at Arsenal? Or do you think because you've had back-to-back wins? And let's have it right, I don't know a lot about this team, but they're not very good. And I think we should be able to rest one or two players. And you know, they've got the likes of, I think, Skirtle and Demba Ba play for him. Who, you know,
Skirtle?
I think so. That's what Casey Evans says, so I don't doubt him. He's a bit of a football geek. Probably. Demba Ba is obviously a legend. So do you think maybe it's the time to bring in some of the fringe players because you want to be fully rested and full strength for the Everton game, which is a game we cannot afford to lose?
It's true, you can't afford to lose against Everton, obviously, but you don't want to... I've always said it every single time you have this kind of debate of whether you rest players or not. I'd rather you start a team relatively strong and then take players off when you've got the game done and dusted, rather than putting a weak team out there. You kind of 0-0, nothing's happening. You might even go 1-0 down, 1-1 with 60 minutes to go, and then you're bringing on all your best players again saying, go win us the game. I know what I'd rather do anyway.
The guy says, people are too pedantic about this Arsenal result. If we had won the game and our game in hand, we'd be above them. Everyone needs to chill. Don't mean to be that guy, but pedantic means overly concerned with rules and regulations. But I know what you mean. That Demba Ba goal versus Chelsea
dictionary.
was great.
My dad had a minge, be my mum.
Yeah, it's true.
Adam Mckola just shouted out and said, my dad
I was
had a
going to
minge,
say,
be my mum.
It's one of them statements.
Is the sort of, you know, comments and insight that I love from Macca. He always weighs in with something, you know.
It's true though.
It's if you've not really thought
of. If buts and maybes and all that. That's what he's doing.
Imad Houdin says, have you seen what Fabrizio said? I think the guy's going to be chatting a little bit about that. Alex Baguley's on the watch-along, Joe's on the watch-along. They were talking about that earlier. Romano obviously talking about Rashford, talking about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So the guys will be talking about that as well as obviously keeping you up to date on what's happening with the United game and all the other stuff as well. Football HD says, Manchester United are a rubbish team. I think that's a little bit harsh, but we haven't been great this season. Ross Murphy, big shout out to Ross, says Bruno to hopefully bag a goal or assist. What have you made about our performances in the league compared with our performances in the Champions League?
Just a cup team, aren't we?
Is that what it is, mate? What would you put it down to? Because some of these are the same players playing in, you know, they play 1 week on a Wednesday and they're amazing. They play on a Saturday. They look like they've just won a competition to play for Manchester United.
I have no idea. It's just down to consistency, really, and that's all. We hear that word so much in sport, not just football, and it continues to bear true. You can be no point being good one day and then bad the next. It's just you need that level of accountability to say I'm going to be 7 out of 10 every game, and if you've got more than 8 or 9 players out of the 11 doing that every week, then you'll be in good stead. But unfortunately, we don't do that, so that's a problem.
I know it is. It's frustrating because we were all sort of watching a Leipzig game, and we were all buzzing, thinking great win. Yeah. Rashford gets his hat-trick, bring on Arsenal, and then that performance. I know I keep going back to it, but that performance against Arsenal was shocking. Really, you know what I mean? They were there for the taking, in my opinion. And we just didn't show up.
I don't know, because now they're kind of smelling themselves as well. Arsenal, they weren't. I don't think they were great at all.
No,
they weren't. They were just a little bit less bad than we were.
I've seen some absolutely hysterical comments about that game. Like they absolutely dominated the game. They took us to school and all this. It's like
I heard we got bullied and this and that. Well, really, Partey was solid.
Don't
not
get
gonna
me
lie.
started on Son's Partey. You know my thoughts on that. Lewis Tuffer says, do you think we should give Bruno captaincy for all Champions League games? Personally, I'm not a fan of rotating your captain. I think your captain is your captain. And the only reason you change that is if he doesn't play. So, Harry Maguire is the skipper. Wouldn't be my personal choice, but he is. And I don't think you should rotate that.
No, I don't rotate captains. Just keep the same captain. Keep the same voice. And
are you happy with Harry Maguire's captain?
Not really, but if he's captain, he's captain. Because I know in a changing room, you don't want lack of surety.
Yeah,
you know, stuff like
someone else
just
now,
give it someone else, give it someone else, give it someone else. Everyone's like,
what's going on here? We had a bit of that, didn't we, under, was it Van Gaal, where we had Rooney as captain, but then you had Smalling, I think, was vice-captain, Ashley Young was like vice-captain, and then when Rooney missed a lot of games, and I can't remember, I think Michael Carrick might have even been involved in the captaincy merry-go-round. Guys, let us know what you think the score is going to be as well, whether Ollie should go for it. What do you think of Robinho playing against us?
How old is Robinho now? 47?
Don't know, mate. Do you know what, right? I remember that transfer deadline day where it was like...
He was good for them, though.
In the morning, that was the day, like, City got that money, like, almost that day. And it's like, we've got all this money, and we were going for Berbatov, and they suddenly put a bid in for Berbatov. Then they put a bid in for Robinho, who was at Real Madrid, and everyone's like...
Nah, no way they're getting Robinho.
And like, I remember there was City fans outside the Etihad waiting, I was like, well, look at these losers. And the next thing you know, they got him. And he didn't even know where he was going. In his press conference, he said, as soon as Chelsea came in for me, I was happy to come. Like, mate, you're at Man City.
He just wanted to go to the Premier League, really.
He wanted to get out of Madrid,
he went
to
City. He did all right still. He had moments of class.
He was the one, though, that set the ball rolling, wasn't it? Because once the fact they got him, I think sort of let everyone know that, we can get
maybe
big
we can go to Man City. Yeah. They're not the...
That's a good question, sorry, from Tom Lanu. Would you give Mengi a go? I don't know. I think that's a good question because I can understand why. But for me, I wish you could have worded that. Zabe, you've got
strangely worded, but anyway.
Strangely worded, but you know what it means. Tony Freeman, should we be saying by now, let's get Poch in? Not for me. I've made my feelings clear on this.
Do you know, I was kind of onto Poch.
I think he's a good manager, but I don't necessarily think bringing in someone who's never won a trophy, who finished third in a two-horse race, and who didn't stand up to the board that when he was at Spurs, is the move forward that everyone thinks it is. Personally, I still stick with Ollie.
Do you know what, yeah? I was on, or maybe Poch would be all right, but I wouldn't necessarily mind keeping Ollie either. But then I saw him come onto Sky Sports looking like he's been homeless for 2 years.
So not about that Barnett
was
I'm
shocking.
not one to talk about Erdix.
How a manager looking like that?
Do you know what I mean? And you know what it was as well, right? Like people, he'll say the obvious thing or like just a normal thing, like, oh, they've got to improve that. And then social media's awash with people like, see that from Pochettino. See that, and that.
Because he got Tottenham to a Champions League final, and everyone's like, oh, he's the best man ever.
Do you know what I mean? Like, didn't turn up a Champions League final, didn't turn up in a FA Cup semi-final against us. Listen, I'm not hating on Poch. He's a good manager, and I get what he did with Spurs. Yeah, he kept them consistently in the top four, got them to the Champions League final, got them to the FA Cup semi-final. But if you're going to replace Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because he doesn't win your trophies, because he doesn't stand up to the board, which is the criticism to see, because he doesn't turn up in some of the bigger games tactically, even though I think that's a little bit harsh because I think his record in big games more often than not he's quite good, then why replace him with someone who has all those problems as well? All those criticisms you can level at. Why not replace him with someone who, has won trophies or... I
don't know.
Does have a good record against some.
They're not that attainable. You can't just say go get someone that's won trophies. It's
some of the names being Leeds United.
It's never been that simple. Obviously, you saw Carlo Ancelotti go to Everton. That kind of calibre of manager. You see what he's done to Everton recently when he's got a bit of backing. they're the levels of managers where obviously Ancelotti at United may have worked, but I don't know if we've got Ollie now, right, and we've just got to stick by him for the time being.
Steve
see what happens.
There saying keep Ollie, sell Pogba. I'd keep them both personally. That's my opinion there over on the Facebook. We're going to be hearing from Mr. Stephen Howson. He's going to be going over the opposition, giving you all the lowdown on Istanbul Basaksehir. Did I get that right?
You're asking the wrong guy, mate.
I've just been told I didn't.
Just call him Istanbul.
The Turkish team were playing tonight in the Champions League. Steve's having a look at him. Over to Steve. He's got all of them.
Right then, let's talk about Istanbul Basaksehir. We obviously played these guys back-to-back now before we play Paris or RB Leipzig again. So 2 good results here is going to leave us... Actually, I was going to say it leaves us in good stead. It actually leaves us as winning the group if we get 2 good results here. So it's very important that we get that done and get ourselves in the hat for the knockout stages comfortably. I don't want to be leaving this to the last minute. I want to get in there nice and comfortably. So let's talk a little bit about what to expect when we play them then. So Istanbul have sort of started to gather a little bit of a Premier League tribute act kind of team. There's a lot of players that you'll know. And I think some of those are going to start and some of those won't. But let's get into it then. So Okan Buruk is the manager, and he sets them up in a 4-1-4-1 formation. That's how they played both of their Champions League games so far, although he does use a 4-4-2 in the league. I think they are going a little bit more pragmatic when it comes to the Champions League. Gunnock's going to start in goal, and former Liverpool defender Martin Skrtel, told you you'll heard of some of these, and Alexandru Mpronu, the 2 centre-backs that'll be ahead of him. And Mbombu should start at left back, but I think the fellow that's going to be starting at right back will be a lot more interest for United fans. It's Raphael. Obviously, Raphael made 170 appearances for United. He's now only still 30 years of age. And out of the current United regulars, only De Gea, Luke Shaw and Mamata were in the first team while he was at the club. Mehmet Total with the player that sits in front of the back line in the number 6 position. And then you'll have Kavici and Ozcan in front of him in midfield. Their star man, which is Visca, he should start on the right-hand side, and you'll have Turek on the left and Enzo Crivelli operating as the sole striker. Now, as we said, there is a little bit of a Premier League tribute act. You'll have probably heard of Nasser Chadli and Demba Ba. Those 2 are both at the club, but I don't think either of those are going to start. And interestingly, only Olympiacos have named an older average starting 11 than Basaksehir in this season's Champions League so far. In both of their 2 games, Turkish side named at least 6 players aged 30 or over. A bit of a contrast that to what United have got. So there might be some dark arts. There might be a bit of shithousery that we have to look out for, but we shall see. I think they're going to be a little bit more difficult for us than we're giving them credit, and I certainly think the away game will be more difficult. Although, let's be honest, our home game form is not fantastic in the slightest. They're one of 3 teams that are yet to score in the competition, along with Midtjylland and Marseille. And they've had more shots than either of those 2 sides, though, with 23. And it's only 5 fewer than United. So, you know, they're creating chances. They're just not managing to get over the line. So, Starman then, Visca. Why is he the Starman? They're not one of the strongest sides that are out here. And they're definitely the most favourable opponents for United in this group. But they have got a decent player in Edin Visca. Amongst their regular starters, Visca's the only one that's ever scored over 10 goals in UEFA competition. He's got 13 in 35 appearances. He's 30 years of age, and he's also recorded 4 direct goal involvements in the Super League this season for them, with 3 goals and 1 assist, which is double the tally of any other Basaksehir player. He regular features on the right wing. He's a right footer, so he makes a bit of a habit of dribbling around the outside of the fullback with the ball at his feet before either trying to shoot from a narrow angle or looking for a target in the box. Visca averaged 4 successful take-ons and 5 shots per game in the Champions League so far, which is not to be sniffed at, proving that he's definitely a handful. And that's against Leipzig and PSG, so certainly not had easy teams to come up against. If it's Luke Shaw, it'll likely be him keeping tasked of keeping him quiet on Wednesday night. If you can isolate him out of the game, they really don't have much else outside of him that you really need to be worried about. Personally, I've got someone else that I'm going to put on him, and we'll get to that in a second when I talk about my United 11 in this. Let's talk about the strengths of them then. Attacking set pieces. United are going to have to be on alert because they are good at set pieces, very good at getting chances and often goals from them. in the Super League this season, 4 out of the 9 goals that they've scored, set pieces. They're not particularly a team that aims for target men, though. They tend to use set pieces to showcase the little patterns that they've practiced. This is going to be one of those pure American football style, everyone darts off in different directions kind of run. And I think it'd be quite interesting for us to see. I think Premier League teams think they're 2 above this, but if it works, it's not stupid. If the free kick is close enough, though, Visca is someone that will likely try and have a ping. One of his 3 league goals this season have come from a free kick. And it's also likely that Basaksehir will play for fouls in and around the box. And United are, as we know, terrible for giving away these, and that is a risk of an easy goal for these guys. Now, weaknesses then. What can United exploit? How are we looking to get in behind and make these guys pay? So, defending counter-attacks. Good, because we're actually very good at that. So let's get in the mixer on this one. Based on the analysis that we've looked at ahead of the game, Basaksehir really struggled to defend against counter-attacks when faced with quick, technically gifted players. You mean like the kind that play for Manchester United, Steve? That's the kind. That's what they're rubbish at. Most notably, they've let a lot of goals in that they've conceded since the start of last season. They've come from fast-paced attacks down the flanks. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? It's going to be nice to see Raphael link up with a couple of his former teammates, but United would be wise to target Mbombo and let's be honest, Raphael a little bit to stretch the defence and get in behind. We all know, like Raphael, certainly playing against Manchester United, he's going to want to get on the ball and he's going to want to attack. I think United will dominate the ball in this one. I think they'll let us have the ball rather than focusing on counter-attacking, but this is where the opposition is weaker. We have to figure out a way to quickly transition. That's what we've got to do. Quick transitions will kill this game for United. Now, starting 11 that I have gone with in this particular game, I'm mixing it up. I think the league form needs an improvement, and I think we can take a risk by playing a rotated side. I didn't say rubbish, I said rotated. I'll go with Dean Henderson in net. There's no way that he's sitting on the bench for the entire season and not getting any minutes whatsoever. I think De Gea's been very good this season, and aside from the penalty, would have had a fair few clean sheets on his hands in recent weeks. So Dean Henderson gets an opportunity in net. I give Luke Shaw the night off, and I give Wan-Bissaka the night off, and I go with Williams at right back, and I go with Tellez at left back. Lindelof's been great, and I don't think you can drop both of your centre-halves or rest both of your centre-halves, depending on how you look at it. But I'm going with Lindelof and Axel Tuanzebe for this one. I think they're more than capable of dealing with that. In midfield, I'll go with Scott McTominay in the 6. I'll go with Donny van der Beek. And I'll go with Juan Mata in the 10. I'll go with James on the right-hand side. And I go with Tony Marshall on the left-hand side, with Cavani down the middle, up front. Got a few players in here needing games. Got a few players that I think could do with some minutes. And I think this is a team that will be more than capable of beating them. We've got the pace of James and Marshall on the wings. We've got the trickery and nous and guile of Van der Beek and of Juan Mata. And we've got someone to aim for in the box that will be able to hold up play, link up play, and get them all running around him in Cavani. And then obviously you've got some strength on the bench as well. That's the 11 that I'm thinking would be able to beat these guys. I've given you their 11. I've told you where they're strong. I've told you where they're weak. And let's have a look how we get on. Team news is going to be out very, very soon.
Thanks for that, Steve. Now it's over to Adam Mckola and Joe Smith, because they've not got a predicted team, they've got the actual teams. The team news is in. Over to those guys.
What's going on?
You all right, mate?
Funny that Steve sitting there like the team news hasn't been brought
Predicted
out.
11 after the team's already come out.
I know, come on, Steve, get on the ball. What the hell's going on here? Too busy pretending he's a football manager, not focusing on the real important things, which is Manchester United.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be before everything.
I know. Ridiculous. The actual team is out. Let's go through that. We've got
Dean Henderson is in goal.
Yeah.
First start in the Champions League ever.
I know.
Not too long ago. He was playing in the Championship. Dean Henderson in goal. Then we've got Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Axel Tuanzebe, Axel, Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw, Nemanja Matic, Donny van der Beek, Bruno Fernandes, Mata, Rashford, and Anthony Martial returns. His suspension is over, so he can play at the weekend in the Premier League game. But of course, he is here in the Champions League game and is back in the 11. I feel like we missed him madly against Arsenal.
Yeah.
But also, I know we've put it out as a 4-3-3 on the graphic.
Yep.
Do you think it's a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3? Because he's played typically two players that play in an advanced position. We know Donny van der Beek can play deeper, but how do you think the midfield will be?
I'm not sure, to be honest. And obviously Matic being in there, I think it is just going to be him holding like that. I do expect it to be one sort of holding midfield. I think Mata is going to roam about a little bit more, which presumably will mean that, you know, he's covering some of those gaps that may be left in there. But it looks as though we're going for a bit more of an attacking midfield for once.
He could almost be playing a diamond again.
Yeah, maybe he is.
Because if Mata plays at the focal point of the diamond and Martial, Rashford play up top, it's that diamond again.
There is a chance that, we've got those split strikers again. I hope not, because I think one of the things you were saying before about missing Martial, and I think one of the reasons we missed him, not just he can hold the ball up better, he wins fouls a bit better against like this sort of aggressive defence that Arsenal were putting in. I also think he allows other players to play out wide. Whereas without him, we need a striker, but Cavani's not fit enough to start matches, so you have to start Rashford up front, and then you've got no left winger. Or you start, we almost saw like Bruno in a kind of false nine. We saw for Van der Beek in a false nine before that as well. So I think without a main striker up front, and I'm not quite sure where Igalo's gone in all this. I'm not quite sure why he's not had a start either. I know he's not, world-class player, but he's someone who we've got into.
He played in one of the
League
Cup games, didn't he? And he hasn't been since then.
So
is it Luton?
I'm not sure which one it was, but I'm surprised he didn't play. But when Martial doesn't play, we just don't have that three across the front. We don't have that width. We play with the split strikers, and not just what he offers in terms of his attacking ability, but like I said, his actual what he allows the team to do tactically is a massive thing that we missed against Arsenal, definitely. And I hope for that sake, we aren't playing split strikers again. I hope we are playing one on the left, one on the right, Martial up front, because I think that offers our most sort of attacking outlets going forward at the same time.
And it gets Rashford in his best position as well.
Yeah,
exactly. Two players that have obviously been talking about a lot in the last couple of weeks, both for different reasons. We'll go to the first one in Axel Tuanzebe, who had a phenomenal performance against Paris Saint-Germain. Obviously, his first game since December 2019, which came against Colchester, so it was a complete step up in levels of opposition. And he played against Mbappe and Neymar like he does it every single week. Axel Tuanzebe starts again tonight. Do you think we're starting to see a player now come into the first team who will eventually become Harry Maguire's certified partner?
I think we might be. I would say with Axel, I reckon this game will be a bigger test than the PSG game. Obviously, playing against Mbappe and Neymar is about as big a test as you can have. But there's no doubt before that game, you're going to have a tough game. You've got to be at your best. You have to pay attention for the full 90 minutes. Whereas in this game, you might be thinking, right, I did well against them lot. Now I can cruise a little bit. And I'm not saying he will think that, but he has to be completely on it mentally today, because if we're probably going to be soaking up a bit less pressure than we did against PSG. We're probably going to have less to do defensively over the 90 minutes, and he has to be there. Like people always say with a goalie, you might only have one save to make, but you've got to make it. That might be the situation tonight where they're sitting back. Axel doesn't have too much to do, but the one time the ball comes in from a cross or a corner, he has to not ball watch. He has to be with his man. He has to be on it for those smaller moments when Istanbul are attacking. So I think it's almost as big a game as the last game, because he has to be completely switched on the whole time.
Also, Donny van der Beek gets a start today. Something that everybody has wanted to see. Where do you want to see him on the pitch? Because he can play in a number of positions, and with Bruno playing, like I said, they both might be in those advanced positions. But would you want to see Bruno ahead of Donny or Donny ahead of Bruno? How do you think that one's going to go? And give me the tablet, and I'll find the Basaksehir team as well.
I'd like to see him. I would like to see Bruno on the left, Van der Beek on the right, or vice versa, sort of pushing into those attacking positions. One thing we missed against Arsenal is there were no outlets coming out of defence. There was a lot of times when Maguire and Lindelof were just passing it to each other because there was no one to pass to in the midfield. And one thing that we definitely need is people showing themselves, people coming short, people putting themselves in positions where they can receive the ball. That was one thing. Everyone seemed like, we'll stand in the box, and if they cross the ball, and we'll try and win it. well, actually, no, you need to go to the man. You need to be in a position to receive the ball, which they just weren't against Arsenal. So hopefully Van der Beek and Bruno, who are both good at finding space and finding sort of areas between the lines, hopefully both of them will be able to get forward. And it remains to be seen exactly how threatening Istanbul are. I think they've lost both their games so far, haven't they? So
they kept it 0-0 against Paris Saint-Germain for an awfully long time in that game. And they obviously have a few players. We're going to try and get their team up now. Apologies if you've already seen it.
I've got the team on the screen now. I'll go through that.
Have you? Okay.
Gunok, they've got De Silva. They've
That's
got
Rafa.
Skirtle. They've got Uparinu. They've got Bolognoli and Mbombo. Alexic. Kaveci. Visca. Ozcan. Turuc. And Demba Bar as well. Visca there was one of the ones Steve mentioned in his opposition preview. Definitely a stand-up player.
Rafa De Silva, though.
Yeah, you like him, don't we?
What a man. Follows us.
Do you think we should have kept him?
Oh, yeah.
Do you?
Van Gaal was getting rid of people. He was someone that would have been useful to any... Mourinho would have fucking loved Rafael De Silva. He was phenomenal. He was phenomenal. Even if you look at... Okay, he had his moments of wildness. He'll get a red card or he'll do something stupid or whatever. He'll make a mistake, get caught out of position. Like, when you talk about attacking fullbacks these days, Rafa De Silva used to get forward. He used to get balls in the box. Used to link up the play. Play anywhere.
Would you have had him over Dallo on that side?
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, look who we've had at right back before Wan-Bissaka.
Well, someone mentioned here, before we get into that, someone mentioned here, do you remember having the British back four of Young, Jones, Smalling and Shaw? So
You've got Young, and Smalling and John Shaw.
John Shaw. So yeah, there's the fullback. One of the fullbacks we used to have there, Ashley Young.
And yeah, we had Paddy McNair, Tyler Blackett,
Antonio Valencia, famously.
Antonio Valencia at right back, Ashley Young at right back. We've had just Darmian at right back.
Darms.
He was good for a bit. And then Sanchez absolutely roasted him at the Emirates once.
Yeah. Never recovered.
All fell apart from there.
United subs then for the game today. We've got De Gea, Fosu Mensah, Lindelof, Mengi, Williams, Fred, James, McTominay, Pogba, Cavani, Greenwood, Igalo. I like having loads of subs like that. I like being able to have 12 subs on the bench. I think that's a good idea. But there's definitely options off the bench there. Pogba, who's looked excellent coming off the bench in recent weeks. Cavani, who needs more minutes, presumably, who's not played competitive football since June or whatever it was. Greenwood and Igalo as well there. There's definitely some good options on the bench.
He didn't come back in June. That's the thing.
Yeah.
He said, I'm not. But PSG wanted him to play in the Champions League.
Yeah.
And he said no.
Get your comments in, get your score predictions in for the game today. Jacob O.C. saying I'll go 2-0. Let us know what you think of the team and your score predictions for the game tonight. United aiming for 11 wins in a row away from home. Adam.
Someone farted. Did you fart earlier and I had never heard it?
No.
Because I never farted.
I didn't fart either.
I didn't fart. How many kick-ups can you do, Joe?
The best I've ever done is 82, but that was when I was at my peak.
82 is the most kick-ups you've ever done.
I wasn't a kick-ups guy.
I've done.
Oh, you win then.
I've done more kick-ups with my baby brother.
Yeah. Is that true, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh, you must be great then. Get out of town. We've got some score predictions. 5-0, 3-0, 6-0 United, 4-0, 2-1, 3-0.
Why have we got agendas? Why have we been told we got Stretford agendas?
What does that mean?
Have you got? You've got agendas.
Who's my agenda?
I got a couple of things to talk to you about.
Oh, go on then.
Pogba and Nani in the same sentence, you prick.
Right. Go on.
I love Nani, by the way.
Question?
Nani was world class.
What's your question, mate?
But Pogba and Nani in the same sentence.
Right. Jay was talking.
All you wipes, yeah. Everyone. Yeah, Nani was mint. Pogba's better though. All you's yeah. Oh, Maguire, I feel sorry for Maguire. Oh. Now you're all laying into Pogba all week, pricks. Fucking sellouts, all of you.
Have you finished?
Came off the bench and won the game for us against PSG
finished,
and Newcastle in it. Oh, Pogba's amazing. Then we
finished?
lose a game and it's, fucking get rid of him.
No, first of all, no one ever said get rid of him. Second of all, as Jay was talking about, we've had Paul Pogba at the club for 4 years now. He's been inconsistent. He's had some great spells. He's had some great games. He's had some world-class performances. But he's never been able to keep it going for more than, 10, 12 game runs.
How's our team?
Has Nani. So just in my head, I thought, I'll tell you who's like that. World class on the day, but could never do it consistently. Nani. I'm not saying that Nani's exactly the same.
If Pogba
player as
played for the
Pogba, of course he's
same
not.
United team Nani did, Pogba would have went down as one of the
Yeah.
greatest central midfielders of Manchester
Couldn't
United
agree
history.
more. But he didn't. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying Nani's better than Pogba. I'm just saying those specific qualities that Jay was talking about at that time reminded me of Nani.
I love what Mark said. Adam's not negative. He's just emotionally unstable.
You are emotionally unstable.
I am.
If there's a good chance that if we go down 1-0 today, he walks off.
I wear my heart on my fucking arse.
I thought it was a hemorrhoid. People saying they love Nani. Nani's better than Pogba, lads. Someone says, Joe, what did you say? Oh, no, Joe, you did say it.
John Shin's in the house.
Yes. John
With a
Shin
super
saying,
chat.
thank God for Adam. Put some damn respect on Pogba. Adam did probably fart, though, in fairness.
If I farted, you would have known about it because I'll claim it. I'm not letting someone else claim my fart.
Neither am I.
This is 2020. I ain't got no time for that shit.
No. I if it's mine, I'm claiming it. And even if it leaves a little whisper in the knickers, you know what I mean? On a little scorched earth policy, I'm still claiming it. And I'll frame those bad
We
boys if I
nearly
have
did a
to.
team news segment. Lads, you know.
Oh, look at that.
We needed head teacher stuff that, you know.
Excuse me.
We needed...
Is it time for us to talk or is it time for you to talk? Thank you.
We needed
Don't
to
make
do
us
the
write your
team
names on the
section
board.
without going mental. And then
Almost.
we went mental.
Almost. Not quite, though. People saying Nani backflips. Great. Would you swap Ollie for Joe Biden?
Nah, Joe
Okay.
Biden's a nonce.
Oh, allegedly. And he didn't say that. He said something else. What you thought he said then, he didn't say that. What have we talked about? Someone said Luke Shaw is better than Tellez. Maybe. Yeah, Alex Bohr, here's a little controversial thing for you. Has Pogba ever done keep you up as against Arsenal?
No, so you are right.
Yeah, exactly.
So then he's clearly not the midfield nanny.
No, that's true, actually. Shit, you've done me there. In a short moment, we're going to be going over to me, who's had a look at some of your score predictions for the game
Which
today.
former Manchester United manager would make the best US president?
Definitely Fergie.
Racist Ron. There you go.
You said who would make the best president, not who's most likely to get elected.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
That's a good. That's a good point.
Why don't you bring back John Shin? We are going to be bringing John Shin, who has been on the channel recently anyway, but he's going to be doing a new series very soon. So any John Shin fans in the comments, which there clearly are, you're going to be happy very soon.
What's John doing? Is he taking our jobs again?
Podcast, we
Took
hope.
our jobs.
People saying Van Gaal would have been a good president. Van Gaal, potentially. What are you thinking today then? We've heard the comments, we've heard the predictions in the chat. What are your predictions, Adam Mckola, of Stretford Paddock and not the kickoff? Which we'll get into on the Watchalong, by the way, because I've got some bones to pick about that. Disgraceful. Here we are doing the fan cams here at the kickoff. Adam Mckola from Adam Mckola TV. What? Stretford Paddock, mate.
Yeah, you know me.
Well,
I'm like Simon Webb in blue.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think John Shin said it yesterday.
Simon Webb in... What, you said I'm like Simon Webb in blue? John Shin got a blue reference.
Democrat in the streets, Republican in the sheets, that's you, isn't it? When it comes down to it, it's all about me.
I don't wear a white hood in the sheets.
Excuse you. What's your score prediction? I've asked you.
You
I won't ask
derailed
again.
it by talking all that stuff. 5-0 FC are back.
Really?
We're going to absolute... You know that... What film's that from again, where Wesley Snipes has got the gun and he's crying? Blade. Is it from Blade?
Is it?
Where he's got tears in his eye and he's got the gun.
Point Break?
That's going to be us with Rafa da Silva today.
Shooting him?
It was absolutely pummeling him. It's New Jack City, isn't it? Yeah. How can we forget that classic?
I've not seen that.
You've not seen that?
No. Sorry. What happened to Wesley Snipes, by the way? Don't ask. Don't worry about
He
that.
didn't pay his taxes and then disappeared.
Yeah.
Is that what happened to him?
I think it was a bit more than that.
Or was there more than that?
Yeah, let's stop. Cut that. Cut.
Oh, let's stick to football. So the guy that's been up all day.
On my own channel.
Yeah, we were both on there.
Scotty, yeah. I was supposed
Scotty
to be
Too
invited.
Hotty and Motty.
Never got invited.
Yeah, you were asleep.
Because I would have came in with my Bernie Sanders FC shit. And nobody wanted it. Nobody.
Nobody wanted that fire, did they? Instead of talking about American politics, should we talk about Manchester United? Martial today, obviously,
We haven't even spoken about American politics.
Just did.
We didn't.
Obviously, Martial's back from his suspension now in the league as well. Are you just thinking straight back in the first team every single game, or do you think there's a chance he doesn't play against Everton because he's playing tonight?
He'll play against Everton.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah,
we need him back. We do desperately miss him.
We need him back. Remember when he was getting on his back last week? Remember that?
No.
Remember that?
When?
I'm talking to the people at home.
Go on,
Cam. Jay is just, the person.
When did I get on Martial's back then?
Yeah, I fucking hate when Martial does that. Oh, I fucking hate when he does this. Oh, I fucking hate when he does that. I remember, and now it's, we missed him.
I mean, you say you remember.
You missed him, Joe. You missed him.
You say you remember that, but very vague
But then
accusations.
today, 15 minutes in, it'll be, Martial, he always does that.
Oh, Your Honour.
You're just a sellout.
What is the accusation? He said this, he said that. Case dismissed. Get out of my court. No quotes, no facts, no backup, mate. I like Martial. I just said sometimes when he's playing through balls, he passes it behind people, which he does. But I think we've missed him a lot, and I'm very glad he's back.
You see how no one was there to hold the ball up?
Yeah, I agree. That's
And
what I'm saying.
Gabriel
But he's back.
flying through everyone.
Top bants.
I remember when Martial played up top earlier in the season, someone went, should play Greenwood through the middle instead of Martial.
Yeah.
Should play Rashford through the middle instead of Martial.
Who said that?
Everyone.
Right. You are just woe is me FC, aren't you? We've got a super chat as well. Viom Batia saying, we are going to win today because Adam is not on the kickoff. Adam, stop going there. It's the Mckola curse. We've noticed it. Arsenal, Chelsea, etc. Spurs. Every time you're away, we bloody miss you, first of all. Second of all...
Do you miss me?
In a way.
Also.
Go on then. Oh, just quickly, Fran and Joker
Last
says,
time we
Joe,
won
get your
on
own channel.
kickoff.
You're too good for this. Couldn't agree more, mate. Carry on.
Who are you doing all this to,
Adam
Joe?
Mckola of the
Bit
kickoff.
sassy, innit?
Bit sassy, innit? I'm excited. I've got the tablet. I've got the power now.
It's my tablet, by the way.
Yeah, but is it though? It is, yeah.
Still paying the contract on it.
Oh, yeah. Is that why you were so insistent that the screen wasn't correct before? It's the protector, not the screen.
I mean, I pay for the SIM card, not the tablet.
Oh.
That's worth about £6. It's old. Sorry, yeah, carry on. Adam practicing being 70 years old. You know who I'm turning into? Frank Barone.
What, from Everybody Loves Raymond?
Yeah. I am him. I think I've even got hairy ears like him now.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
I got hair on my ears.
Not bad, but yeah, a little bit. Not great.
Peter said it's, look, it's Adam Mckola of Adam Mckola TV.
Disgraceful.
Yeah, well, if you want to 10k away from 100k.
Yeah.
Wait till I get $500,000. I'm fucking out of here.
Hi guys, is the team news out? Yes, it is. If we can just flash that back up on the screen quickly, for anyone who hasn't seen the team news, Adam can race through it again quickly.
Dean Henderson in goal for his first start in the Champions League of all time. All time. How many will he go down with at the end of his United career?
Oh, great question.
Interesting.
70.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka at right back, Axel Twanzebe, and Harry Maguire at centre half, Luke Shaw at left back, Nemanja Matic, Donny van der Beek and Bruno in the midfield. Juan Mata, Martial and Rashford make up that front three. It could be a 4-2-3-1. It could be a 4-3-3 like we have it on screen. Or it could even be that pesky old diamond again. Are diamonds forever, Joe?
If Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has his way, they might bloody well be, mate. Yeah.
May want to start calling him Shirley Bassey at this rate.
Something's going on, that's for sure, isn't it? Right then, we're going to go over to me, who's going to just quickly change my clothes and run through there, get a mic on, or maybe just record it yesterday, and we're going to have a look at some of your score predictions for the game today. Make sure you get them sent in every single game. PaddockMatchday@gmail.com is available. Send in your 30-second score predictions, and you can be featured right here on the Watchalong. So, Joe, take it away.
Right, thank you very much. Me, I've made the quick run over to this side of the studio, and I had a little change of wardrobe as well, because I want to bring you some of your predictions for the game and a few clips from some of the videos we have put out this week. Now, first up, we always ask you to send your score predictions, your 30-second videos into paddockmatchday@gmail.com, because then we play them before the game, and we want to see what the fans are thinking. We want to see what the mood around camp is for this game against Istanbul Basaksehir. Again, send a 30-second video clip recording yourself saying, you know what, we're going to batter them, or something to that effect, to paddockmatchday@gmail.com. So here's some of the ones you've sent in, and a few from a few familiar faces around Stretford Paddock as well. Let's have a look.
So predicting United, I really don't know where to start. it is the Champions League, so we'll probably absolutely smash them, get a good result. But you've got to go for the last performance, and it wasn't great, was it? Really against Arsenal. It's a tough one, honestly. I'm going to say we're going to win it easily because it's the Champions League and we seem to be doing all right in that. But we could easily lose it because I just don't think sometimes we play good enough.
All right, James here for Stretford. Paddock United are playing Istanbul Basaksehir tonight. Not exactly the most ethical of opponents, I think that's probably fair to say. Owned by the Turkish President, Mr. Erdogan, not exactly popular amongst certain people in Turkey. This is the same football team that has the same colours as his political party, the same football team that when their new stadium opened, it was him that scored a hat-trick in the opening game and then subbed himself off and retired the shirt number. This is also the same football team that has very strong links to the Turkish government. So it's a rare occasion when the owners of our opponents are actually worse than ours somehow, which is incredible, really.
Hey everybody, Angelina here with my prediction for the Basaksehir game. Hopefully I said that right. So it seems like in the Champions League we are beating the teams that people think we're not going to beat. So everybody would maybe assume that this would be the easier game. I'm not sure if that's going to be the case.
I think we defended all right last game, but we didn't really create much, did we? And that's the main issue, creating stuff. I think it all comes from midfield. I don't think any of the midfielders played well, especially Fred. All the talks on Pogba and Fernandes, but I didn't think Fred played well. I think Matic did all right when he came on, so I'm hoping that he actually starts in this game. But a game like this, we're already doing well in the group. Play Mason Greenwood up front. If he plays up front, I think we'll get goals. Number 9 position. So that's what I'm going for. I'm going Mason starts up front and we'll win this game 3-0.
They've got a strange side. It's mainly a mixture of a lot of ex-Premier League players. They've got the likes of Gael Clichy there. I think Kolo Touré played there for a bit. So I think they're not very good. I think that's the thing. They were champions of Turkey last season. They were one of the first teams, I think, since Bursaspor won it in 2009, I think, when United played them following season in the Champions League, that they won the league. So very rare that outside Besiktas, Galatasaray and Fenerbahce, a side like Istanbul Basaksehir wins the title. So they've got pedigree, certainly. I think they're a decent side. I don't think it'll be as easy as United will maybe think it is. I think if United rest a few too many players, it could maybe fall into a trap of not taking it as seriously and maybe coming away with a point. I think if there are fans inside the stadium, which it looks like there isn't going to be, it'd be a very different game. Obviously, Turkish football fans are very passionate and it'd be a lot more of an intimidating atmosphere. I think the game would be different as well with that. So I think United can probably go there, rest a few players and still come back with a result. But it's an important game as well for Solskjaer. I mean, if he doesn't play well, if United lose here, pressure's really going to start to mount on him, and especially with Everton as well coming up. It's not going to be an easy game. That's United really have to win here, and hopefully they do that. And I'll say 2-1 to United.
I'm thinking that we're still going to win this one, but I think it will just be... I think it'll be a late, last-minute 1-0 win, and on the score sheet, I'd like to see Martial.
Hello, it's Ronaldo here, and I'm back with another prediction. And I think, obviously, after the disappointing results that have happened lately, you know, the negativity circulating around, I think we needed a game like this, and it's a game that we need to take serious and win. And I think we will win quite comfortably. I think we'll win 4-0. I think Greenwood will get a brace, and I think we'll bounce back and show a little bit more ruthlessness and conviction, and basically that's my prediction. I think comfortable win, 4-0. Everyone's a little bit happier again going into Everton on the weekend, so nothing but a win will do, and I think that's what we'll get.
Paddock match day, Notch here. Now, I don't profess to know much about the team we're playing tonight, but I do remember once upon a time at Galatasaray things weren't exactly a Turkish delight for us. But I'm not going to sauna about it. I mean, there's no fans this time. Hopefully, we can serve something up on a lahmacun that will taste good, and I think we will. A 3-1 win, now that sounds as sweet as a baklava. Trust the Notchta. Oh, kofta!
Right, pretty positive overall then, isn't it? I think a lot of people, even though we lost to Arsenal, we look at Istanbul and we think, hopefully we should be beating them. And it's away match as well. 10 away matches in a row that we've won. Let's make it 11. Let's extend the club record, something for Ole to beat further on down the line. Earlier in the week on Howson's Brew, Stephen was joined by former world champion Anthony Crolla and, of course, never been world champion Jay Motti. But they were looking at Ole's Champions League form and thinking maybe that could be the thing that keeps him in a job. Let's have a look.
The Champions League form, we sort of touched on it a minute ago. Do you think that that's going to keep him in a job? Or do you think that he's got to start winning the league?
It is. Listen, no, you've got to start picking up points in the league. But there's no denying there's people who haven't turned yet because of the Champions League form. He's had 2 great wins, 2 great performances as well. In games where, I don't know about you, but I wasn't expecting to take 6 points in those first 2 games. Be honest, I think a lot of people.
I was losing them both. Actually.
Yeah,
no.
And that's it. So I think that does play a big part. But like say in the league, we've had one decent performance, haven't we? Newcastle. So it's
mad that, isn't it? What, we're 7 games in?
I'm never under them, but he's under pressure. And listen, like already, I love him, and I don't want to start saying, oh, he's not the man, or he needs to be replaced. But we do have to be picking up points very soon.
Yeah, it doesn't look great in the league at the moment, does it? But you know what? It's Champions League tonight. We've put that league stuff to one side. This is the Champions League United. It's like 2 different teams. We've got the League United and the Champions League United. We're allowed to be excited for the Champions League United. So hopefully we can continue that winning streak. Up next then, it's a bit of an embarrassing one this. Yesterday on the podcast, we were talking about Paul Pogba, and Jay was talking about inconsistent players from the past and comparing Paul Pogba and have a look. Jay, I've just thought of something. I don't know if I should say this.
Go on.
When you're talking about how brilliant he can be, but he's inconsistent, and it's been years now, is Paul Pogba just this central midfield nanny?
Are we the baddies?
all the talent in the world.
Yeah.
On his day, he's one of the best players in the world. You can see it. You can see he's got all these traits.
From distance and some point.
But it's been 5 years now, and he can't keep it together for a full season.
In my mind, that wouldn't be like a bad analogy because I love Nani. I really like Nani. For me, the Nani show was worth it. Like, it was worth it. For all the... Of course it was, man.
Nani,
it was.
No, but the fact was when Nani was...
But do
you know, like, listen to me. Listen, do you know why that kind of works as well?
Have said it. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have said that one. But I wasn't using it as an insult. I was saying it. Nani was a great player. Nani was good for United. He was, I think it was 2011, 2010 Player of the Year. Come on, he scored some great goals as well, those games against Arsenal. Brilliant career. There's no insult to be compared to Nani. Honestly. Next up then, it's Tate's Team Talk. Andy Tate giving you exactly how the players need to play for us to win the game. It's as simple as that. He's a technical genius. He's a tactical whiz kid. Andy Tate, take it away.
Afternoon. Man United Champions League is Istanbul Basaksehir. I think I pronounced it right. Probably wrong. But Champions League, Game 3. 100% record. Previous 2 games. Beat PSG, beat Leipzig. Quite convincing. Inconsistent league form. All the haters and the doubters and a certain Poch was on Sky Sports rubbing his hands last night. You know he wants the job. I don't want him in it, and I will not support him if he gets it. But Solskjaer, you just cannot give the ammunition to the Ollie Out Brigade and the players. You really need to step up, and every time you're letting yourselves down. You know, you run hiding. There's no leaders on the pitch. There's no leaders at all. I'm looking at players. How bad you want it? Every time you put on this shirt, every time, you got to want it. It's Dwight York's birthday today. He scored an hat-trick against the 6-1 against Arsenal. You know what I mean? You must want this today. You must want to win this. And and Saturday as well, it's Champions League. Go through. We're through to the knockout stages of the Champions League. And after 3 games, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Changes will be met. Favourites can't be played now. Certain players, giving away stuff, not performing to the potential that they have, but they still don't fulfil it. Martial's back. Van der Beek needs to start. Henderson, maybe. I said Martial, sorry. Matic, maybe Juan Mata. And this is Rafael da Silva's old team as well. A back 4. Tellers may come back with Maguire. Twenzebe, give him a game. Just make some changes, get the 3 points. I think players will be rested. But don't mess this up, Reds. Don't make this a fork in the road that you can't get round. So just get on with it. Win it. Get through to the knockout stages. And go on to the weekend. Okay? Take care.
Right, that's going to be all from Andy. Thank you, Andy. Let's now throw back over to me. I'll be honest, it's me again. Adam and Alex for the watch-along. We'll see you in a bit.
Are we back?
Yeah.
Are we back?
Yes.
Are we back? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
You all right, mate?
How you doing, guys?
Yeah, good.
All right, I'm just
We
noticed
good?
Full names in the description today from whoever's done the setup.
Great.
Fair play to them.
That was me.
Are the full names in the description?
Yeah, Adam Mckola, Joe Smith, Alex Baguley.
Joe lowercase Smith.
Lower Smith.
I've got the techno flap here, and I'm going to be reading comments and stuff like that on here.
The techno flap. We've started. There you go. Is that the technical
Is
term?
that what you call that special part of your blow up doll's anatomy?
Plural, but yeah. It's not just one, is it? There's a couple of them. We saw some of the predictions for the game. Alex, give me your prediction for the game today.
I'm thinking 3-0 to Manchester United.
3-0?
Yeah.
As many as 3?
As many as 3, yeah.
Quite
I'm confident today.
Just 3.
Well, you said 5. I
We're
can't.
going to win the Champions League.
I know.
3-0 United, and it's Joshy in the
United.
comments.
Joshy.
Do you know what's good with this? I can see
and
Jay
it's Joshy.
really struggling with everything here. It's great to
We
see.
don't need the comments on there, Jay. I've got them here.
Yeah, because they just distract me.
Yeah.
People saying hit the like button. Great
Yes.
point. Hit the like button if you like the video.
Oh, that's Onyemi. Basically, Onyemi cussed my AstroTurf yesterday.
What you
Followed me on
shoes?
Instagram, posted a picture of my last football game before lockdown because I've got fit recently. Wasn't for lockdown 2. Would have been playing for Man United next season.
What are you thinking of Lockdown 2? The tricky second series.
Well, it's not because last time we couldn't work. This time, it specifically says if you work in media, you can still go to work.
Do you think that's just so that they can still film football?
Absolutely.
And so they can keep the TV companies going and all those kind of things. Because I think like soaps were affected and everything had to, can't have no EastEnders for a bit. The whole world's going to shut down, you know what I mean? So they need to keep it going. So the fact that we can come to work, and I know we're very privileged in the fact that my job's not really a job. You know what I mean? I talk about football for my life.
Yeah.
But we can still come to work. So there's that side of things will help keep me sane. Because if I have to sit at home,
Do you hate it at home?
I don't hate it at home, but I hate it when you're always at home.
You
And I don't necessarily go anywhere, but just getting out of the house and coming to work.
It's nice, isn't it?
Good, yeah.
We've got Darshan Singhvi in the super chat. He says, how long can Ole survive this poor run of Premier League form?
Don't
Alex?
bring the vibes down.
He's asked it in the
Started.
super chat. Any
He
super chats,
started.
of course, we will read those out. So if you want to get your super chats in, please do. Alex, how long can we survive this?
Well, there was the stuff today come out. I think that he's been backed, and I think that
That's
he can
dangerous.
But I think, to be honest, it's the league form is worrying at the minute. Those to not have won at home is huge, and we need to get something going. And we've still got some tough fixtures coming up. I think that again, this was all the same as last year. Last year was the same kind of thing. We were down towards the bottom of the table after a tough run of games, and then all of a sudden, United have a couple of wins, and all of a sudden, we're battling for the top 4, top 3, whatever it was. And I don't think we're going to be that far. Even if we get a little bit of a run going, we're not going to be that far at the top this season, I think, because everyone's dropping points here, there, and everywhere. Everyone's still got Liverpool have got to play City this weekend. It's one of them. If they lose that game, if City win that game, we win against Everton. We're not that far away. So I don't. With a game, and we'll probably have a game in hand as well. So
There's been a lot of talk, and following on from what Darshan said there, Ole is under pressure, and whether we think he should be
100%.
sacked or whatever it may be, he's under a lot of pressure at Manchester United at the moment. And how much of that, do you think is the performances and what he's doing? Let's not forget, what was it, a month ago when we were here for transfer deadline day, and the comments and the mood around sort of Manchester United fans at that time was, Ole's been hung out to dry the same way Jose was, where he has a good season, he doesn't get backed in the way he wants to in the transfer market, and then all of a sudden, the results are bad. It's the manager's fault. Let's get rid of him. Do you think he's been hung out to dry a little bit?
By who?
By the owners and the board. The way that they didn't back him the way he wanted, didn't get Sancho.
Yeah, but you
didn't
also
seem to get his main targets.
In that, you alluded to the fact that fans have said one thing, and now there's some fans that are criticising him. Both can be true,
Right.
And this is what drives me mad in this day and age. Like, both can be true. He wasn't backed in the summer properly, correct. We all agree with that. But should he have done better this season so far? Yes. Facts. Two facts there. It's like the other day, like after the game, I was saying in my review on Adam Mckola TV, Joe, I was saying on my review that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer got this game wrong. And people were saying to me, oh, Adam, you're making excuses for the players again. No, listen to what I'm saying. In the video, I actually said every individual played poorly. But ultimately, Ole got it wrong, and that's why we lost. And that's why I think they say that it's not always black and white, you know what I mean? And
Bring your mic over.
ultimately... Yeah. Sorry, Joe.
It's not always black and white, but ultimately...
Yeah, like there's, you know... We need to pick up points. Yes, the board didn't back him in the summer, but is that an excuse for not beating Arsenal at the weekend, for the negative way that we played, for the way we performed? Is that an excuse for the amount of points we have dropped at home, 11 out of 18, I think it is? Is it an excuse for that? No, it's not an excuse for that.
But here's the thing, though. So let's say that if the manager isn't backed and therefore the results are going to be worse because the team isn't the team that it should be, you say that's not an excuse. But what did you think?
Did we have enough to beat Arsenal?
What did you think?
Did we have enough to beat Arsenal?
Yeah.
We did. We should have done.
Did we have enough to beat Chelsea?
Yes.
I thought,
Did the way we set up affect the result?
Did the way we set up come as a result of our personnel? For example, Martial being suspended for those games, we talked about it at the team news. Let's say not only Martial was out, okay, that's one thing, he made a mistake there. If we had Sancho, we could have played a wider system. We could have had a different... surely the lack of transfers is going to result in negative performances.
Yes, and it also affects the morale in the dressing room. And also, I'll support your point here by saying, if we signed Cavani 3 weeks earlier, he can start against Chelsea and Arsenal. So already Rashford goes into his best position of out wide. Yep. Your team takes better shape. So, yes, the transfer window does have an impact, but you can't use that as an excuse for some of these individual games. You can use it as an excuse for the bigger picture if we don't challenge for the league title. But we've got more than enough there to be comfortably finishing in the top four. But we've got more than enough there to be beating an Arsenal side that we're sitting 15th in the shots taken table or whatever the hell that is. But Chelsea, this Chelsea team, bro, they've been conceding goals left, right, and centre, and they came to Old Trafford and we played like puddies, bro.
Yeah,
the only way to put it, we were absolutely negative.
There's a little bit in this where when Ole first come in with the Mourinho team that was set up, and we ended up with Mourinho playing. He's obsessed. We were playing this defensive football under Mourinho. And then Ole come in and went, let's play Martial, let's play Rashford, let's play, even Jesse Lingard in there. And we started attacking again. Pogba came back in the team. And now it almost feels back to front a bit again now, where Ole's kind of defending even more again now. He's now sitting back and you're thinking someone else could come in and change this. But why? Why has that changed? Why has Ole changed his mind almost? Ole kind of freed up all these players when he first come in. And now it seems like we've gone to the opposite again, where we're kind of a little bit afraid of the back four, a little bit afraid of what's going on. Instead of doing what we did when Ole first came in, which was said, do you know what? Maybe we're not that good defensively. Well, let's just attack teams. We've got the players to do it now. We've got 3 attacking midfielders that are quality footballers. We've got a great mix of front 4 players. And I don't quite get, and I agree with Adam in this way, you can't defend Ole in the fact that we sat back against Chelsea so much.
Can't just be blindly.
You can't.
No, I'm not.
And maybe
right.
The thing is, for 45 minutes, you can say, do you know what? I expected more from Chelsea, and they've got Werner, they've got Havertz, they've scored some goals this season. Let's sit back and see what's going on. And I understand as well. They've just been the last home game they beat 6-1 by Tottenham. But in the second half, when you see that Chelsea is sitting back and looking a bit frail, go at them. You've got all the players to do it. Go and put 5 of our players on and go on, let's see what we can do here.
But against PSG, sorry to cut you there, he showed, this is in praise of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Again, it's not all black and white. He does things very well. Against PSG, he changed the game. We won the game.
Yep.
Again, I was waiting against Arsenal.
I think.
Where's the change coming from, Ollie? Cavani on for McTominay or Fred. Rashford out wide. Cavani through the middle. 4-2-3-1. Go for them. We had like, it was such a gaping hole between McTominay and Fred and the front 2. Cavani, Pogba and Bruno were in these weird positions. It was odd, and you could see it wasn't working and didn't change it.
Yep.
So you deserve you can't say, if we signed Sancho, yeah, what? Sancho would have been isolated up top too. No, I'm just...
Yeah.
You know...
I'm not saying that Sancho would have won us every game that we haven't won this season, but you're talking about bigger picture.
It would have made a big impact.
Surely the bigger picture is that, you know, once we get to the end of the season, I don't assume we're going to be in 16th or wherever we are now. Like, this is small picture stuff. Each individual game is small picture stuff. A team that finishes top 4 but doesn't challenge for the league is going to lose games like that Arsenal game, is going to draw games like that Chelsea game. We're going to be inconsistent.
Now, I know every season's not the same, but let's look at it this way. We beat Spurs last season. We've already 3 points less than last season. We lost against Palace, all right, last season. Same season as this season. But it's really, that should have been 3 points we were gaining. We drew against Arsenal last year, or did we beat them? Drew. So we've dropped a point there. We beat Chelsea 4-0 last season. So we've dropped... So even if you contrast it to last season's performance with a better squad this season, we've done worse in those fixtures. Why?
Well, yeah. I mean, you got.
I think there was.
Part of that is the manager. I'm not saying it's not the manager.
Like with Jose, that's why people used to get onto me and say, Jose, you're not backing him. It's the Glazers' fault and that. In that summer, when he never got the signings that he wanted, I was furious for him. For him, I was furious. But then as the season progresses and you're playing negative football against Sevilla, that's not because we had a shit summer when you've got the players there. Do you know what I'm saying? Pogba and Marshall on the bench in that game. So you have to be able to analyse these things for what they are rather than, sticking to, I'm Ali in, so I'm going to defend everything he does, or I'm Ali out, so I'm going to criticise everything he does. Or Poch is available and I really want Poch, so I'm going to use that now. Like, I want Poch, but I'm not using that to put pressure on Oli.
But Oli, I'm not saying I'm Oli in, so I praise everything he does. I think he got the tactics wrong against Arsenal. But what I'm saying is the contrast of 2 or 3 weeks ago, we were all saying, what's going to happen here is we didn't get the players we want. The likes of Cavani, like you mentioned there, great point. If we'd have got him 3 weeks earlier whilst he was still available, he would have been fit enough to be starting these sorts of games. We could have played our usual tactics. Maybe we would have been able to play out from the back if we had some width, if we had different outlets. But the problem is, we go from 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, whenever the transfer window ended, saying, you know what, the board have done this again where they've not backed the manager properly. And then 3 weeks later, we've had a few bad results. Ole's shit. And I know you're not saying that, but it feels like we aren't consistent with how we are assessing the club at the moment. And I think it's easy now to just look at Ole because he's the manager and the games have started again.
How much of this is...
we're still in the same position we were then, sorry.
This time last year, by the way, I thought Ole would have been sacked by Christmas. It's not what I wanted to happen. It's what I thought would happen.
Yeah.
What I want to happen is Ole wins every fucking thing. You know what I mean? But it's also possibly not going to happen. Now... Last season, I thought he would have got sacked. He didn't. He earned that time till now. Now, he should have been backed. But you have to do better. You have to be judged as a Manchester United manager. You have to be. You have to be judged on your results. You live and die by those. Now, a part of it could be, because a lot of us thought he wasn't the man at the time, has he taken us as far as he could? Because he's done a lot of good for Man United. And that is possibly... That's one of the nagging things, the doubts that I have now. Has he taken us as far as he could? That doesn't mean I'm not supporting him. That doesn't mean I don't want him to do well. Doesn't mean I don't want him to win every game. But that's one of the things.
I have that thoughts as well. And I have the same thoughts about Pochettino. I think what he did at Spurs was very good. But I also think that taking as far as we could just feels like the same thing we said about like Van Gaal. Maybe he's done as good as he could do as Man United, and we need Mourinho to come in. And then it got to Mourinho, he kind of went, maybe he's not quite right, and he's done as well as he could do with this kind of squad. What we did with that is we went, maybe Mourinho's a shit manager these days. That's what we did to discredit it.
Well, I'm
agreeing that we've come up with a reason why the current manager can never possibly do it. Van Gaal was Moyes because he was overawed by the situation, which he may well have been. Van Gaal was because he's getting on a bit. He talked about retiring a couple of seasons ago. Maybe he's past it. His tactics don't work anymore. He's taken us as far as we could. Mourinho, he's fallen out with the board. He does this, doesn't he? He's got to go. I'm not saying that we should have kept any of those managers, but I think it seems to be a repeating pattern.
I'll exaggerate a point to make a point, though. I could be manager of Manchester United, not get backed, and still deserve to be sacked. Like they go, like they don't always go in hand. Like it's not
it's not mutually exclusive.
No, my worry with it is I agree with you there. I agree with you up there about Solskjaer could get to the point, and if he keeps going on this pattern of if we keep losing games at home, it gets to a point you have to. But my worry is that I don't see where it goes from here. You know, we've done the big manager come in. We've done
but
the
I think that's
we've
a
done
very
someone that got
weird way to look at it.
No, and I agree. It's not that.
It's almost saying there's no better manager out there.
It's not that, because Mourinho was at that point one of the top.
But
two
was
managers.
he?
Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah.
His last job, the last job before Man United, he won the league with Chelsea.
Was Van Gaal though?
And then he took him 15th, bruv. Let's be realistic here.
Right.
Was he? When was Van Gaal's last success at international level?
But how can you be keen on Poch?
He was living off his.
How can you be keen on Poch?
I just like Poch. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying bring him in, he solves everything. Bring him in, we win the league, we win the Champions League. I don't think that. I don't think that at all. I just think if Man United's managerial job was available tomorrow, who would I go for?
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not using that against Ollie. Never have.
That's my thoughts as well. If Ollie does end up going, Pochettino comes in. There's a lot of people that wanted him instead of Mourinho, and I kind of agree. Looking back now, maybe I agree with that. But at the same time, is that I just see the same. I can just see the same cycle happening again. I can see the same cycle happening with the manager again, where he ends up doing okay. Maybe we play a bit of good football for the next couple of months or so, and then all of a sudden, he doesn't get backed maybe after a season. He doesn't get the players he needs to take the team to the next level, and then we end up sacking. And then we're in this position again. I think that's what you're kind of saying, Joe, is that if he keeps going and keeps going, if this cycle keeps going, it's never ending, and it almost seems as well like we've stopped throwing money at the problem.
Do you think it's true that we have sort of changed our tune on the way that Ole wasn't back just because the transfer window's shut now?
I think so. I think I agree with Adam in that sense that, you know, that you need to, you have to have better results. This team is better than what it's doing right now, and that's the whole thing about. That was the same reason that Mourinho went, is that there was problems with Mourinho, but at the same time, he still was making mistakes, and he still should have been doing better. So, you know, there's the same point with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He may not be doing, you know, there's reasons why he's not doing this. There's reasons because the pre-season wasn't right, and there's not enough players. But at the same time, I think he should be doing better with this squad currently.
Yeah, I do think they should be doing better.
It's very early.
We've got a good team. We've got a good team. We've got a very good team. But he built most of the good players in that team, or he rebuilt some of the players in that team. Like, look, our best players are, I would say, Pogba, Bruno, Martial, Rashford, and maybe Greenwood. I think those four are our best players. Pogba and Martial were on the way out the door when he arrived. Rashford was being called, you know, see what I mean when he plays it. See what I mean when I said I've got no strikers. And Bruno wasn't even at the club. So I think you've got to give Ole credit for the reason we can say, you know, you're doing worse with a better team. I think a lot of the reason the team is better is because of him.
I thought of something there when you mentioned that. Remember when Ranieri was Chelsea manager, when Roman came in?
Mm-hmm.
And there was this wave of emotion around him where, Chelsea should stick with him. He deserves to get that. Like, there was that. But ultimately, there's a better manager out there. And you have to ask yourself, would any other big football club work like this? The answer's no.
Of course they would.
The answer's no.
Why did Barcelona hire Guardiola? Why did Real Madrid hire Zidane?
Look at the way these people were appointed. Look at the way the people were appointed, not who they appointed. Look at the way those appointments were made. They're very scattergun. They're very reactive. They're based on emotion. When Ole was appointed as a permanent manager, we were briefed on a number of occasions that Manchester United would do their due diligence, interview people. You know, we didn't. We fell in love with the dream again. We fell in love with the dream with Moyes. You know, it happens. Now, I think the team's in a better position than we were in when Ole came in. Now, it's in a much better position.
Would he be the first manager since Fergie to leave, if he left now, to leave the squad, and not just the squad, but the club, in a more favourable position than when he arrived?
Yeah. Van Gaal did some good things.
But not only only Martial and Shaw.
I think the problem with Van Gaal was that the team that he had, I mean, a lot of those players that Van Gaal brought in would have done great under Ole, and I think we could have done with them now, Daley Blind being one, and I think Memphis would have done a little bit better, but the big change from going from Van Gaal to Mourinho was massive. It was a complete change in football. He wanted completely different footballers. And that most of them players just had to go because they didn't fit the system. He didn't like them for some reason. So I think that if you got someone like Pochettino in now, I think that the transition wouldn't be as bad, because I think a lot of the players the
foundations are there for success.
There's a super chat here saying, I would prefer Nagelsmann if Ole was sacked, but of course I support Ole and will back him until he goes.
Yeah, I don't think Ole will be sacked anytime soon. I think he's got until at least January to sort this out. And I think he's probably earned that time given the results he achieved last year. Look, it happens. We're a massive club. As soon as you have bad results, a manager's going to be under pressure. We're a fan channel. We're here to talk about the things that are concerning our club. Do you know what I mean? But I'm right behind him. I never wanted to be or want to be in a position where I want our guy to be sacked.
No.
I hate. You know what I hate? When people have this hatred for him now. And especially if it comes from United fans, that disappoints me, because you should know better.
I think most of the fans that hate Ole now must be under the age of 20, must not have seen him play. Because if you saw Ole play for Man United in the late 90s, in the early 2000s, and you hate him, despite him finishing third, and despite everything else he's done as a player for Man United, then you can't have been watching
It's not even that, it's the... Obviously, he did great things for us, but even there's little bits to his story that people don't like. Could have gone to Spurs, decides to stay at United. He was very committed to the cause of Manchester United. And look, that doesn't mean that you get extra chance to fuck up as a manager. But us as fans, ultimately, and this is what people don't get. Like the other day, someone was saying to me, "Oh, Adam, you said you think he might be out of depth, but you're still backing him." You do realise, regardless of my opinion, he's still going to be the manager, right? So, I have me supporting him changes nothing. It literally changed. Me wanting him to do well literally changes nothing. And isn't that our job as supporters, as fans, to want these people to do well? Yeah. When I thought Mourinho should have been sacked, I wanted him to succeed.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, there'd be nothing better than Ole winning everything despite what people think. That would be as good as anything.
I want to be proven wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Go on now. You want to say something, didn't you?
It's gone now.
Usman Javid with the super chat. He said, the media pals on Ole for no reason. Chelsea beat Burnley after spending 230 million, and Frank is the second coming of Jesus. Thoughts?
Fuck Frank.
Todd Hunter with another super chat. I love Ole, but he's not tactically sound. There is no way he can be consistent with the chaos that he has going on. Great guy, though.
I don't think. I think that's wrong. I think you can't say he's not tactically sound with some of the performances that he.
I hate people saying this tactic shit, man.
The thing is
because it hasn't got a name like Gegenpress.
Yeah.
It's genuinely that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
And at the same time,
all these people at home tell me Fergie's tactics. Sorry.
No, and it's the same. I agree. There is no. There wasn't. It was just play attacking football with the best. We sat back and so.
Don't you dare, you fucking cheeky cunt. He said there weren't none.
No, there wasn't.
Well, also, what people like to say is there weren't the same tactics then. You know that City still had Aguero, Fernandinho, David Silva, Yaya Toure when we won the league over and
I was trying to say.
The teams were the same. A lot of these players are still playing for the same teams.
What I was trying to say is we didn't have one set of tactics that used week in, week out. We sat back in so many games.
It was a spirit almost, wasn't it? It was a spirit, or an attitude.
Where there was a lot of attacking through the wingers, and that was what Fergie wanted to do. You hear all the ex-players coming out and saying all they wanted us to do, play the ball forward, play exciting football, try things, try and score goals. That's what United should be about. But there was never a point of we have to keep possession now, 75% possession. That's how we're going to win the game. If we play Arsenal, we can sit back behind them and just play on the counter attack.
There's so much more of an emphasis on stats as well, and so much attacking transitions, forward, but all this stuff that didn't exist 20 years ago. People didn't care.
Imagine the stats.
You didn't scrutinise final third possessions, balls into the box, passes back forward. It was, did you win? Did you look? Was it exciting to watch? Good. That was it. And now everyone's obsessed with, it's rotations and interceptions and no one's made more ball. Who cares?
The stats in that 2009 semi-final against Arsenal.
And it's shit.
When we beat them 3-1, I think it was.
Who?
United. When United beat Arsenal 2009, 3-1, I think they beat. When Ronaldo scored the... I mean, the stats in that, they must have had like 40% possession, 30% possession, because they just went, go on, you have the ball. And then the speed we used to, the transitioning speed, that was it. There was
Exactly.
And Fergie didn't get all this, they part of the bus.
And whereas now they'd go, they won the game, but I'm still not really convinced by this Fergie United side, because look at these stats. Samuel in the super chat said, opinions are so binary in social media. Awful opinions that should just be muttered in the pub are now viewable online. It's all fuel to the fire.
Binary, that's the word I was looking for.
Let us know in the comments what you think.
I am non-binary.
Yeah, me too. Right, let's move on a little bit. Something a bit more exciting, something a bit more upbeat. Marcus Rashford, you all know him, you all love him.
I love Mark.
There were some rumours at the end of last season that Marcus Rashford might be on his way out of Manchester United. There was talks of Barcelona coming in for him. All sorts of stuff going on.
Of play.
But it looks as though, if we could get the quote up on screen...
Marcus Rashford does not want to consider any other club and sees Manchester United as part of his life. He's really happy with the family at United. We are family. I got Marcus Rashford with me.
Marcus Rashford, something Bailly, I don't know. Bailly's injured again, we forgot about that. Todd Hunter says, just go review sub-choices of why is Dan James ever in this lineup.
Sorry, Todd. I love you, Todd. I'm sorry.
That's rude, that.
I'm sorry, Todd.
Yeah.
But you know they said that at school, innit?
To answer your question before, someone said on the chat thing,
I love you, Todd.
Pogba ever do kick-ups against Arsenal? Ray Karen says, BT Sport just showed Pogba doing keepy-uppies against Arsenal. This is not a drill. The midfield nanny.
Wait, why am I cheering? I disagreed with you about that.
Well, it's too late now, isn't it? Yeah. I think it's good that, obviously, I mean, let's be honest, of course Rashford's staying. No one's not happy with that.
Todd's got angry with me or not.
Probably has.
I'm sorry with Todd. I didn't mean to say that, Todd. I love you, Todd.
I don't know.
I said I'm cool.
Do you think he's going to go? You think there's a chance of him going?
I don't think there's a chance, but at the same time, if United go the way they're going, if things aren't going right, and then another club comes in for Marcus Rashford, I think it gets to a point where you have to start.
Marcus Rashford ain't leaving. 100%. Right. I've already seen the kind of person he is. He's out here feeding starving kids, and you think we get relegated, he's going to leave?
I'm not saying he's going to leave.
Are you mad? Marcus Rashford would stay with us and bring us back up like Alessandro Del Piero with Juventus.
That's assuming we get relegated.
These are facts. I don't mind getting relegated. Championship's the greatest league in the world. If we win that, we've completed a set. Properly.
We need to win League 1, League 2. We've already won the second division.
First division, that would have been cool, right?
No, it's called the second division then.
The old second division.
Yeah.
Now, but the Championship is the greatest league of all time.
Do you think?
Yep.
That's ridiculous.
Facts.
The Champions League is the greatest league of all time.
No, it's not. It's not even a league.
Followed secondly
by
League of Legends video game. Vion Batia says, Fergie won with no tactics, only vibes. That's what Alex was saying, isn't it, Alex?
Essentially, yeah.
Pure vibes.
Pure vibes.
If Fergie started his career now, he would have never made it to that FA Cup final.
Get out.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I get what he's saying. Sorry, yeah, I get what he's saying. He's correct.
Oh, you mean before it was sacked?
He would have got
rather
sacked.
Than
but to be fair, you had Pete Molyneux with his Tara Fergie banner.
How mad is it, right? That banner is still... I mean, not everyone knows about it, but in terms of United fans, that's a known thing. That was one bloke with a banner. Imagine what Twitter would have been like. Hundreds of thousands of people. Enough is enough. Get this Scottish twat out. Yeah. Just because he talks like Matt Busby. Like, stuff like that. Like, honestly, Fergie, like he said there, would never have been allowed to succeed at Manchester United. And that's not to say that trusting the wrong manager for longer periods of time makes you any more likely to succeed. It has to be the right guy. But sometimes you don't find out who the right guy is until you've given him a couple of seasons. We've got kick-off in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Todd Hunter said, it's okay, I love you guys. We need Roy Keane in the locker room smacking players upside the head when they slack off.
I don't think that would go well.
Slap him.
I don't think that would work.
Slap him.
With his touch.
Keno in it. Maybe. I don't think go well.
Before the game kicks off, we've got 5 minutes till kick-off. Let's have a look at the team, because it's another little... We've got Martial back in the squad. What do you think in basketball when they always do this when they score? They're all about being physical boys, aren't they? Yeah, they'll do that.
I like that guy that did the lip. What's his name again?
Hero. Tyler Hero.
Tyler
for
Hero.
Miami Heat.
Yeah.
And then they lost after that. But they don't do that in football, do they?
it's like Jimmy
There's not that
Buckets.
sort of posturing, like, if you tackle
Yeah,
someone...
Ronaldo does it.
No, that's different, though. Not that kind because they do that strong thing when they've, like, bodied someone out of the way.
He did it against us, against Juventus, when he was at Juventus, when he scored against us.
Yeah, but he wasn't, like, making a point of how strong he was he?
Yeah, he always is.
Is he? Is that what he's doing?
Constantly.
Has anyone ever done the
Skinny
gun?
lad. Right,
Guns out when they scored?
not in the same way as basketball. And they don't, like, go over to the subs and, like, slap all the hands and
But
that.
look how many celebrations there are in basketball. There's like a basket every.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
200 points scored in games and that in there. Right, here's the team then. Henderson. Who else we got? Henderson, Wan-Bissaka, Tuanzebe, Maguire, Shaw, Matic, Van der Beek, Fernandes. That's an interesting midfield, if you ask me. Juan Mata, Marcus Rashford, and Antonio Marcialio. Apparently Balotelli did it. Yeah, he did actually. But he'd already bought the T-shirt. It wasn't a reaction to being a strong boy. It was, I've got my T-shirt on again. He might have had that T-shirt on for 6 games. Just waiting to score because he didn't score that many. Samuel says, reckon this could be the start of a run for Van der Beek. Did you? You bought a T-shirt?
Right, it was an RIP T-shirt, but yeah, it took us a while.
Yeah. Do it for the first anniversary.
Sorry,
it took us a while. Fucking hell. So will you let us score? I've got a T-shirt needs showing off here. For God's sake. People saying I'm okay with this lineup. People saying Maguire out.
Fair play.
What channel is it on? BT Sport. But we'll be covering it all right here. Sack Ole. Nah.
There you go.
Kick off in a few minutes. You confident, boys?
Yeah, we got super.
Give me that!
Oh,
for God's sake.
It's his, what did they call it before?
Abraham Shanbog. Smashed it. He says, we stay in an era where the manager gets sacked after 4 games. It's a crazy world. People have lost patience. When you don't have your skin in the game, you will just be judgmental.
Is that the spin-off of Judge Judy?
Mm-hmm. Judgmental.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, my wife and I, we want to decide who has custody of the kids. Well, just run away! Classic judgmental with his strange... through custody each other! Stuff like that. Judgmental. What do you like?
And then, yeah, they get gunged at the end.
Yeah, no matter what. Gunjang! No, please. I've got really bad eczema. Gunge! Horizon Murray says, any drinks tonight, lads? Yeah, I'm parched. I'm very parched, me.
Judge Dredd?
Judge Dredd.
We sent Ronaldo.
Imagine Judge Judy, but it's Judge Dredd like that, just with his hat on, with a gavel.
We sent Ronaldo to go Tesco. He's like, I've not seen him since.
He's there.
He's there.
Where's all the drinks? I'd love a water.
He got himself 6 packs of Quavers.
Yeah.
I can see a big pack of Kinder Buenos.
Like a multi-pack
like
of
a
Quavers.
1-year-old at a museum somewhere. Just give him a pack of Quavers. We'll have a coffee. Someone saying "Potch out." Yeah.
A lot of
that.
Joe's
That's good.
childhood comes spilling out in the.
I never had Quavers as a kid. We weren't allowed crisps. We didn't have crisps. We didn't have fizzy drinks. You weren't even allowed to eat the fruit because it was too expensive.
I used to go to. Yeah, see, we were broke, yeah, but like when we got food in like shopping, yeah. We'd go mad for 2 days, then we'd have fuck all left, innit?
You're like, Mum, I'm starving. You got any more of them oranges? She's like, right, you got muesli, that's it. Like, what do you mean muesli?
That's what would happen. But like, we used to still carry on. My mum would just be like, yeah, carry on, eat what you want, innit? But like, we used to go to some of my aunt's houses and that. And you'd have to ask to go in the fridge or...
Yeah.
My head would fall off. Like,
Really?
what you,
No, we were very much...
And we were broke. Like,
At
so
our
it was
house, you couldn't... If it was for a meal, if there was something in the fridge, like, oh, there's chips in the freezer, I want to put them in the oven. If you ate them chips without... And they were for a meal the next night, you would get destroyed.
I wouldn't cook in meals for myself at the age of 6, you prick.
Would you say that's because you were...
I reckon Joe was.
You were sort of a slow learner, would you say? Yeah.
Deep fryer.
We don't have a deep fryer. Come on.
No.
Shallow fry.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, trying maybe even grill it. We used to grill a lot, bit healthier. That's all. United, there we go again in the zebra kit. We like that zebra kit, don't we? We seem to see that more than the actual away kit.
Well, it isn't an away kit, is it?
It's not the third kit. I thought the away kit was the.
Dean
the
Henderson
black
must be Champions League music.
I just like a glass of water. Would be great, please.
I need that Coke.
Axel.
Not the lines. Don't worry about
I
that.
feel uncomfortable seeing Bruno with long sleeves. It
Bruno
always used to
long
seem
sleeves,
weird when Rooney wore short sleeves, didn't it? Because he always used to wear the short sleeve with the long sleeve like Under Armour.
See, people always say, why do footballers do that? Oh, I prefer that.
Do you?
So a short sleeve with a long sleeve underneath.
Yeah.
I don't like long
I
sleeve
don't know
football
why,
shirts.
but I prefer it.
Never like long sleeve football. Maybe because I've got short arms, so they're always coming out about there.
No, I like wearing
Like
long
a
sleeves,
wacky
like with jeans.
dude, man.
But when I play football,
Yeah.
I have the under thing and
Yeah.
then I have a short sleeve.
Yeah, absolutely.
What I love remembering about football is no one wears cycling shorts now like Dwight York used to. Used to have blue
Like,
cycling
over the
shorts,
knee.
pink, yellow, white, all different cycling shorts.
Dwight York.
Dwight York.
Dwight York was so good in that season.
It's a shame he don't love his kids though, isn't it?
Oh, interesting thing to say. Where's Stephen? He's looking after his kids. Someone who does love his kids.
Very well done,
Yeah.
Joe. Very well
Model
done.
father Stephen Howson is looking after his young daughter at home, but he will be giving us a review of the match after the game, so don't you worry about that. Imagine a long sleeve version of the zebra kit. I haven't been able to find it online. I don't know if they have since released it online, but
Did the lines go down the arm?
Got to do, aren't they?
They've got to do,
Yeah, yeah.
surely. I don't know if it exists. Is there a long sleeve version, or is it just?
I like that kit now, you know.
I told you.
I wish I bought kits.
I said this.
I wish I bought kits so I could buy it. Someone wants to send me.
You like people sending you tops, don't
You
you?
need to get the.
You're a bit of a sponsor boy, aren't you?
I got sent the Adidas for our one.
How many times are you going to wear that? One?
Once. I wore it to football yesterday.
You did?
Yeah.
Do you love footy?
I love footers. If anyone needs a player, good one, shout me.
Can't. It's now illegal to do that.
Unless it's your job, you can't play football anymore. People
my
saying,
job.
Ollie Masterclass, 1-0 Istanbul.
Even if it's your job, you can't. You've got to be really good at it.
Yeah. Delicious. Liquid, say. About to kick off then.
Tango.
Footy time. Someone saying, I like this team. Do they have a small amount of fans? If so, it'll be weird for the players. I don't think so. I'm not sure that they can have fans in stadiums if they're playing against an English team. Is that correct?
They did, because Chelsea had fans last week.
Did they?
Yeah, where were they playing, Mr.
I'm going to order
Zenit.
food so it comes for half time.
There we go. Right.
Interesting.
He's going.
Just walk in front of as many cameras as you possibly can. It's not like he's been doing this for a year or two, is it? We're going to be having a quick substitution. Jason Motti coming in while Adam orders the Nando's.
Jason Motti.
We've got
We're going to talk politics.
our
for a bit.
political expert, Jay Motti. We're not going to talk about politics much today, but there is an election going on.
I covered that nicely before.
There is an election going on. Any update on Wisconsin, Michigan, or Pennsylvania?
Trump saying that I think he wants a recount in Wisconsin, despite the fact I think it was 22,000 votes or something. And then Michigan is looking like it's going Biden.
Cool,
Is it?
right, football.
United 44 seconds in.
Yeah.
Oh, we are football crazy
It's
here.
looking like a 4-2-3-1.
Sorry, over there as well. Never mind.
How much do you think this game matters, Jay?
Is Martin Skirtle playing?
Yes.
It matters a lot.
United
Rashford,
on a
go on, lad.
on a bit of a push here. Go on,
Whee!
Rashford.
Go on, son.
Heavy
Poor
touch
touch.
there from Rashford.
4-2-3-1 looking like Van der Beek alongside Matic in midfield.
People excited to see you.
Surprised?
Anis Joshi says 4-2-3-1.
Yeah.
As you said there.
Ooh.
I'm not surprised. I think if either of them are going to play in the two, it's probably going to be Van der Beek, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
Bruno just offers too much going forward.
Yeah.
I think we saw that before he signed. Everyone was like, Bruno can play at number 6, but why would you play him there when he gets a goal and assist every game?
Well, I don't know, because he did that the first game he played, the Wolves game. He looked good there. He picked up the ball well, and it's one thing. It's one thing that United really do badly, which is take the ball off the back foot. Like that's what we really struggled with, and I think that he's one of the best at doing that. Saying that Van der Beek's doing that pretty well now.
He's one of the best at doing that.
One of the best at doing that. Van der Beek was just doing that as well. But you're right. Just in the number 10, he creates a lot. Obviously, scoring the goals. And
He's involved a lot. He's improved a lot. Has anyone ever seen that guy singing that Per Mertesacker song, that Arsenal fan?
No.
Mertesacker. He's big. He's bad. He can't fit in the bed. Mertesacker. Have you not watched it? Best video ever. Type in Arsenal fan
Best
Per Mertesacker
video
song.
ever.
He's involved a lot. He's improved a lot. It's the shittest song ever, and it's so funny.
Is he
It's
mentally
great.
like? Has he
He's
got
on the edge.
mental issues? This lad.
People saying, "Where's Lukaku?" Yeah, he's don't play for us anymore.
What?
He's gonna be gutted when he finds out where we are in the league.
I know. Derek Best, and you know what? He says, "Ask Jay where he got his top. I want one. It looks comfy."
I can't remember. I think it was some Marxist. No, I don't know.
Was it?
I don't know.
It says Matalan in the collar.
I don't know. I'll find out and I'll get back to you.
Go on, Marcus.
Go on, Marcus. What do you think to the bright orange kit? It's a bit easy, Jet, isn't it?
It is very easy,
For a home kit as well, yeah.
Orange and blue. Is that one of them things where, like, I bet if you were the sort of person who read like Marie Claire or something, they'd be like, don't do orange and blue together. Because to my eye, that's clashing, Jay. What are you saying, mate?
Orange
Fashion
and
expert
blue?
Jay over here.
I don't know. I think
he likes a chunky knit.
You know, why not? You got to test the boundaries, haven't you? There's no point in just being safe all the time.
Likes a chunky knit.
Do you know what I mean? Orange and blue. Dare to dream. That's what I say.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't say much when we're running around in fucking zebra kits, can we, to be honest with you?
We've got a bit of fun banter in the chat, and I'm loving it, guys.
Fun banter.
The likes of where's Berber? Where's Beckham? Wait, Sir Alex retired? Moyes out. You get it.
Yeah,
you see what's going on
I
here,
see it.
and it's lovely. Someone says, yeah, he likes a chunky knit. He does.
Do you know what? This is such a refreshing attitude, and we're usually now Steve be going, look, if you're gonna mess about in the fucking chat, don't fucking bother.
Yeah. Steve likes to tell people never to return.
Yeah, don't even watch United or us.
Yeah.
You'd have a stat about it as well.
You are?
You'd have a stat about it as well.
Yeah, some stat about why you shouldn't message him in the comments. Get your comments in.
Have his paper and
we
pen
love
out
your
by
comments. Also, like the video if you want Manchester United to beat Istanbul. If we win this game, are we through?
Sorry.
Adam Mckola just throwing his phone around.
I'm sick of this.
Sorry, Joe.
If we win this game, are we through, Jay?
No. I don't think we are.
I don't mean technically, I mean
yes,
in
we are.
your mind.
Yes, 3 wins out of 3, you're through.
Great, innit?
It's usually, is it 10 points is the golden mark?
It tends to be. I think it is possible to get 10 points and not go through, but it's unlikely. You can see there, Man United, 6 points, plus 6 goal difference.
He's got through here, the lad.
Demba Ba on the ball, plays it to the back post. No one waiting for it. I was still reading off that.
Gave it to Demba Ba.
PSG next, Leipzig, of course. They're both on 3 points. And then Istanbul, who United are playing today, have lost both matches.
A draw, win tonight for United and a draw between them lot, that would sort us.
That would be lovely, wouldn't it? That game, by the way, at 8 o'clock tonight, straight after this. So make sure you check that out because it's a big game. And also, there's no good games on this week or tonight. That's the best game anyway, and it makes sense for United fans. So I'm going to be watching that. You watch it as well. After a while, you watch our reviews and fan cams.
I'm gonna substitute now for don't worry, we are keeping our ethnic quota.
Aiz Yilmaz,
not an issue.
Aiz Yilmaz in the comments saying Turkey winner, which is what they used to say at the fair, isn't it, Jay? When you would throw the coconut at the shy. Turkey winner! He's won the turkey, a big frozen turkey. He'll be eating well at Christmas tonight.
Is it for a throw-in?
That's not bad though.
Bruno had a volley just outside the 6-yard box, and he's dragged it for an absolute
Is that
throw-in.
Harry Maguire?
Great pass.
What a ball.
Do you know what that was? Do you know
Did
he
he
was
get
worried about
clipped?
the defender there, wasn't he? You could tell he didn't swing through the ball.
He tried to catch it.
It reminded me of the Brighton finish on the counter-attack, where the ball came over his shoulder and he had to play it across the goal. It was a similar sort of attempt.
Reminded me
finish,
of Ryan Giggs against Watford outside of his foot volley.
What a goal that
into
was.
the side of the net. Does anyone remember that?
Wasn't that the goal that he scored in like his 19th season in a row or something ludicrous as well? In 2000
Yeah, it was 36 as well still.
Yeah. But maybe we shouldn't mention him at the moment.
Yeah.
Imagine PSG in the Europa League. That would be nice, wouldn't it? I wonder if they'd still bottle it there. Do you think they would? If PSG finished
Give
third...
it back to Marshall.
Matter.
Oh.
If PSG finished third in this group and dropped down to Europa League, do you think they'll still bottle it?
Tackle. Say again.
If PSG finish third in this group and drop down to the Europa League, will they still bottle it? It's a bit of banter, lads.
Yes.
Great.
Bottle the Europa League?
Yeah.
I don't think they'll bottle the Europa League.
Boss.
Do you think he'd win that? Straight away, going in.
Jose's going to win that, isn't he?
I don't know. I think either that or he's going to just not get out of the group so he can win the league.
I got a bad feeling about him winning the league.
Yeah, me too. But you were saying he was finished as a manager. How can
He
you
is
also have
finished.
this feeling?
Because it would just happen, wouldn't it, to me?
To you?
Yeah.
Are you one of those, it's just my luck kind of people?
Yeah.
Where you think the whole world's against you?
Yeah, but it is, isn't it?
It's always the people who tend to make the most ridiculous decisions in their life that seem to have just my luck about them, isn't it?
Oh,
Where
what,
you're
you
like,
Say again. What are you saying about that?
The most ridiculous decision I made was deciding to go into business with you, Joe. Totally honest with you.
Ooh,
Just
harsh,
gonna
that.
get into the comments there. We should have got Jota instead of Pellistri. You don't know how good Pellistri is yet.
For fuck's sake.
That's the spirit, Jay said off camera. If PSG enter the Europa League, they will win easy. Is Sevilla in the Europa League yet?
No. They're in
the Champions League. They're in Chelsea.
Good luck. That's all I'll say. Good luck getting past
them.
them.
Is that Luke Shaw delaying a pass till someone's offside again?
Yeah.
How dare you?
Doesn't he?
Oh, I'll just wait for you to be offside and then I'll pass it.
Would you swap your body for Luke Shaw's body, Adam?
If I could play for Man United, yeah.
No, just his body.
Yeah, because then you could cup your breasts.
Don't be like that. Donny looking good. Yeah, he is looking good, isn't he? I think he looks good pretty much so far.
You could do Peter Griffin when he's doing my milkshake brings when he goes to the yard. Do you like that side boob?
It's mad that.
What about
We're
that
slating
side boob?
professional football for being fat.
This is my side boob.
Yeah, I think I'd. Yeah, no, that is weird, isn't it? It's not the 70s anymore when you could actually be a bit fat. No tactics then either.
Just vibes.
Joe, what shampoo do you use? Just whatever's on offer.
Nah, he uses Tresemme. You know why?
You smell it.
I smelled it once. I use whatever's going, like
whatever your girlfriend bought.
I live with females, so whatever's going on, just use it. It's a bit funky. Use it. Make them noises in the shower. Use it.
Excuse me?
You know them Herbal Essences noises.
Oh, right, yeah. That was good, that. Rashford on the ball on the left-hand side. Squares up his man. Pulls it.
All right, today, bro.
Donny. Like to Shaw. Hit it, lad. Oh!
Did that clip the post?
Who's arriving there?
Rashford and Marshall. Go on, say something about
Someone's
Marshall.
got to slide in there. Someone's got to be sliding in.
10 minutes in, go on, say
Someone's
something.
got to be sliding in.
I hate when he does that.
Someone's got to be sliding in.
About missing him the other day. Yeah, he should have slid in on their back post, to be honest. Both of them.
It is something he needs to do a little bit more of.
To be fair, though,
just
they weren't
get the
getting on
tackle.
that, even if they slid in, because he's absolutely twatted it. There's no subtlety in that at all.
No.
No finesse. No,
That was
no
just
va-va-voom.
Va-va-voom.
Remember when the Italians used to always, like the refs?
They don't seem to do that as much anymore.
It's not anymore.
Do you think it's because you see it in films and that and people take the mick out of them now? They've changed their ways? People like you? Disgrace.
I'm not taking a mick.
Seemed
Powerful, isn't it?
Seemed like you were. That's all. Visca with a shot. That scared me. Dean already commanding the back line.
Yeah.
He commanded him. He absolutely bollocked them. Did you see that?
I know. Yeah,
Just let him shoot, lads.
Visca.
You know why though? No one closed him down there. He ran across the box, and no one went out to him. No one engaged him. No one.
Gassy lad, you aren't you?
I am, yeah. So, looking at the food, don't worry.
R.I.P. headphone users.
Yeah, I apologise.
I didn't know who that was then. It was very Joe-esque, that screen.
How dare you?
Well, you've done it
How
before.
dare you?
I have actually.
You've done it before.
Wan-Bissaka on the right. Good 1-2 with Bruno.
No.
Corner ball to United. We've got a bit more space on the ball than we did against Arsenal, which
Feels
is
weird
nice.
having a kick-off at this time, doesn't it?
I know. What? Yeah. Can we talk about that? What is this? The Europa League? We slummed it out in the Europa League for however long so that we didn't have to do this. It was Tuesday, Wednesday, 8 p.m. That was the promise.
Is it because Istanbul's time
And now we're playing
difference?
Istanbul at 5:55. This is Europa League shit.
Not the
Nah,
I'm
time
happy
difference.
about
I
it.
like it.
Why?
Because we can go home early.
Yeah, but it don't feel right, does it?
We don't know, but if you were in Turkey, it would feel right because it'd be night time in Knob.
Excuse me.
Oh!
He's onside.
It's Demba Ba!
Demba Ba scored.
He's absolutely
Clean through.
No one was near him.
Who's defending that?
No
Where
one
was
near
everyone?
him.
Where was the defence? That was like some fucking FIFA all-out attack shit, that. Where
No
was
one-
everyone?
It literally was reminiscent of him against Liverpool.
Before you
at
ask,
Anfield.
no one slipped.
What is going on here?
What the-
Who's
What
that there?
the fuck?
Who is that?
Who is that?
Matic. Where's the fucking defence? Do you know when you normally say, oh, keep two players
Well,
back?
we know Maguire would have went up for the corner.
Yeah.
You have to keep
So
two
we
back.
know that.
As Luke should. Yeah, but you
so
leave-
where the fuck's Luke Shaw?
Where's Wan-Bissaka?
And why is Matic falling asleep?
Where's Twanzebe? Where's Luke Shaw? What is Matic doing? What is that? I honestly don't think I've ever seen us concede a goal like that. 70 was, what was he? 60 yards out from goal with no one around it.
That is basic, simple stuff.
That's like pathetic. That's Sunday League shit. That's children's football that we've just seen there.
Like, what the hell just happened?
I've never seen that from United ever.
I've not really seen that in football.
Where they
Torres
forgot to leave
against
some.
Barca.
Just having no one. Yeah, but when
that's the 90th minute.
I know.
13th minute, Joe.
Zayn.
Again, Zayn the Pain.
Zayn the Pain,
Still
Arsenal fan. The only reason we read him out is because he's the villain of the channel. Adam, you ready for Martinelli and party when you return to the Emirates?
Party.
What was that?
Party in his girl's mouth.
What just happened?
And everyone's invited.
We
everyone's coming.
Forgot to defend.
It's not the end
Leave
of the
two
world. It's only
players.
13 minutes in, but that was insane to watch.
It is the end of the world when you put -2 on Man United.
What?
I put -2 on Man United.
Do you know what that means?
No.
Means you have to win by 3.
Yeah.
On my bet to win.
Oh, I don't.
So United are now 3 goals behind for it.
I don't use bets that much.
Some
That's not on the keeper.
some
No, of course
comeback
it's not.
this.
We need to score.
You can't blame the keeper for that. Nothing happened.
No, it's not the
It's duo.
keeper's fault.
What's going on here?
What is
You've
going
moved his
on?
map about 8 times. Get it right. Yeah, that's good, isn't it? That's a good one. Apparently that
I
was
need to stop
Pogba's fault,
moving.
that one. De Gea out.
Do I need to be here?
Where's Fred? Where's Lindelof? Ole at the wheel. There's all sorts going on. It was luck, no worries. Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, someone blame Pogba.
But it was unlike anything I've ever seen
Then
before.
when I talk to Joe, I can't.
We started well as well. And I think that's what happened. We thought these mugs ain't going to want to attack us.
No.
Raphael, don't be
Nah,
cheeky, bro. Don't be pretending to be injured and that.
Why don't we just say, Alex, talk into your mic?
You could have told me.
It's not.
It's not.
Pochettino wouldn't have conceded that.
Yeah.
Why does he does play in defence.
He plays in defence, yeah. Horrible tactics when Matic is defending the fast break. Tactics. Josh is blaming the tactics.
Tactics.
That comes down to
That's the players.
That's an on the field thing.
pitch,
There.
They'll have been told who stays back for a corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit of passion. If Matic had ran with passion, he'd have caught him there.
If only he cared.
Yeah. Awful business. Yeah, that was just mad. That was just a personnel shit.
But you know what's annoying?
Let's
We
wait till
can't-
the end of the game before we...
We can't be looking to drop points in this game because
Oh, there's a pass. Oh, it looked like he could have
we
got
can't be
that.
looking to drop points in this game after the way we've
No, 'cause
come
these-
into it. 6 points out of 6. If you win this one, if you lose this one, and then you drop points
'Cause the
against
thing
them
is-
at home, and then you go into them 2 games against PSG, Leipzig needing 3-4 points. It's not great.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, with our league form at the minute, you want this done and dusted in the next after 4 games. Let's get 12 points, 10 at the very least, and then you are kind of relaxed when you're playing the Paris and RB Leipzig return leg. You know, you can
rest
some players because at the minute we need them players for the Premier League. What was that?
Mirage D says, who is Adam's barber?
My boy Ahmed.
Interesting. People saying we need 12 points. I don't think we will need 12 points. I think 10
Nah,
points
you
will
need
get us
12
through.
points.
Cheers, Adam. Solidarity. I don't think we will, unfortunately.
PSG will beat us at Old Trafford.
Why will they?
Why? Because we don't win at Old Trafford.
We beat Leipzig 5-0 at Old Trafford.
Whoop-to-do Leipzig. Leipzig will get a point at their ground.
Whoop-to-do Leipzig. And they're still going to get a point from us.
Yeah.
Interesting.
At their ground.
Although we're good away from home and shit at Old Trafford, I thought.
Yeah, we're losing against Istanbul Basaksehir, bro.
Very interesting. Very interesting, mate. Carry on. Inconsistencies in the argument, but
We're
carry
losing
on.
against someone that has Demba Ba in their team in 2020.
I love this. This is great. AAO says, you don't concede goals like that if we had a born and bred back line. What does that mean?
I don't really know, to be honest.
Gary Pallister and Steve Bruce gave birth to them.
Yeah.
Alex Bruce, we need.
Yeah.
Bruce.
Alex Bruce.
Does Gary Pally have any kids?
Yeah, surely. We need to focus on passes, not run all up on attack. Interesting. Get your super chats in as well. Yeah, you don't concede like goals like if we had a born and bred back line. I'm not quite sure what that means.
Played.
Ball up, Demba Ba again underneath it.
Again, it's Completely down to the players. They should have been spotting that, and someone should have been saying, "You need to be back. You need to be sitting back there. The two of you there."
Space on there.
You'd imagine Box. He's probably the one that would be speaking to someone there, and then he's gone. Yeah. No one's took responsibility, which is annoying.
Keep the ball. Keep the ball.
Look at Raphael pushing up. Raphael is there right back, and he's pushing on Rashford, who's defending in our box.
Yep.
Incredible.
Where's Tellez? He's got COVID.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
They've not even said when he's going to be back, have they? Really?
No.
Because he came in, there was a clip of him, he came into Carrington this week, was there for 15 minutes, then left.
Looking like he'd just been boiled. Did you seem like that?
I'm sure he shouldn't have done that.
I don't.
Safest of things.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Here's a question. Tellez came into Old Trafford and had a COVID test, or came into Carrington. Sorry, had a COVID test. Aren't you meant to isolate for 2 weeks when you've got COVID? We know he's got COVID. Why aren't you doing home tests?
Isolated for 2 weeks.
When?
He's been isolating.
Yeah.
And now he's had a test. Went home to find out if he can come back and be part of the group. You dingbat.
They have to have another test. It's not just like.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. I know all the
He did
players
look
get
rough
tested all the time.
He did look rough though.
But it wasn't 2 weeks since he was diagnosed, was it?
They've not really said. They've not really said because they.
Maybe it was different from when they heard, but it wasn't 2 weeks from when we heard.
No, it was only last week.
Yeah,
after
it
the
was a
RB.
week.
I think it was before that though. I think that's why.
Fair enough,
I don't think that's why he was in the Chelsea squad. I think that's probably why.
Yeah, maybe that is why.
They probably just kept it quiet so that they don't have that.
That would make more sense.
Yeah.
Apparently they don't have a set isolation period. I thought the law was that if you've got COVID, it's 2 weeks from the first symptoms.
That's
That's what it was when you had COVID.
Who's been booked now?
No, 10 days from first symptoms.
Did Mabar get booked there? Or did we get booked there?
What's happening here?
That's a serious... What is going on here?
Ball over the top.
Why are we all over the place?
Twanzebe getting turned by Demba Ba.
Ooh.
No, it's not red. How is he denying a goal scoring opportunity? The ball's nowhere near.
Nah, that's a dive. That
grabs him though.
No.
Nah, that's not a foul. Is he given a foul for that?
I don't know who's given the yellow to.
That's not a foul. That's not a foul.
He has booked Demba Ba.
No, he
hasn't.
hasn't.
Or has he? No, he just booked Twanzebe.
Booked Twanzebe for that.
It's not a red card.
Fucking
He's the last man,
No.
but he's nowhere.
No,
he's
he's
got
not.
no chance of getting on goal.
These are basics in defending.
That's what I was
man.
saying to you in the
simple things. It's like, what goal was it? When Maguire just fucked the geezer up and then just walked away from the ball and they scored. Spurs,
yeah.
It's basics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that people that play like Cam knows these basics.
Bad example, but yeah.
Will would know these basics.
Yeah, Will
as a
would,
centre half, the basics.
Interesting as well, where I was saying in the team news that this might be a more difficult game for Twanzebe because he'll probably have less to do and he has to be switched on all night like that, where he just got caught watching the ball. The ball's coming over, Demba Ba runs in behind him, he misjudges the flight of the ball, and all of a sudden you're on a booking and they've got a free kick.
Well, he's going to be playing a lot higher up than he was against PSG, where he was just allowed to sit. It was just sitting back and just don't let them past you. In the wall, free kick. Ooh.
Come on, that's a shit out of that. One man. Come on.
Free kick didn't really do much there.
Well done,
Bruno.
He's good at that, isn't he? He's good at that. If that's Pereira, do you think he gets
Jesus
out there?
Christ, Matic.
Bit struggle City.
We've done the hard bit there.
Oh. Why do we have stinky players in our team, man?
Who's stinky? Talk to me.
Stinky? Luke Shaw, Matic. They just stink.
What do they stink of?
Luke Shaw looks like he don't even care about being a footballer.
I think he does.
He doesn't. He don't even like football. I can tell. He doesn't like football. It's his job. And you can tell.
He's just good at it.
And he's half-arsed at it like Cam.
You think he does have that half-arsed look to him sometimes, doesn't he? Whereas Tony, go on, lad.
Oh, fuck off.
Went the wrong way there.
Gotta start skinning these
Not really created
geezers,
much,
man.
have we? Even though, I know we said they had a decent start. We've not really created
Other than
anything at all.
the Demba Ba goal, neither side have really had many chances, you would have to say, which has been a trend over the last couple of games. Except the Leipzig one.
They're just
you see what's a bigger worry then? The Arsenal game. And you lose a game when tactically you get it wrong. Because in the next game you can go, all right, we got that wrong, let's fix that. When you're so disorganised at the back, alarm bells should be ringing. Because that suggests something's not happening on the training ground, or something is happening on the training ground, but people aren't listening.
Yeah.
Or everyone's just not good enough.
Jack Taylor in the Super Chat says, is it just me that thinks we should sell Pogba? It's not just you, but do you agree with it?
No.
You?
I'd sell at least 10 players before I sold Pogba. Everyone gets onto Pogba when I saw at least 3 or 4 players that were worse than him at the weekend.
Who was worse than Pogba? Who had a more negative effect on the result?
No, because that's a loaded question.
Why is it?
Because you're asking that knowing that, if you take away the penalty incident, he gave away a penalty.
Yeah.
Like, would we have won the game if he didn't give away that penalty? No.
I think there's a lot of players.
We would have lost.
Well, we wouldn't have won, and it still would have been 2 drop points.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't lose that game because Paul Pogba gave away a penalty.
I think we did lose that.
He had a bad game.
I'm not saying that you're never allowed to give a penalty away.
Sorry, I meant to say,
we
didn't lose that game because Pogba had a bad game.
No.
That's what I meant to say,
yeah,
not
I agree.
because of the penalty. We obviously lost because of the penalty.
There's bigger things about that.
He wasn't the only one to have a bad game, but it was another bad game.
Why don't no one talk about... No, this is what annoys me. Right. And I say it to you, I text you the other day, like, this is fucking stupid. Why are we doing this? We're feeding into this thing. It's like, when it's Harry Maguire, everyone feels sorry for him. Oh, I feel sorry for Harry Maguire. But when it's Paul Pogba...
Do you think if we're still seeing the same thing from Maguire where, he struggles a little bit in certain games or he has off-the-field problems, do you think if it was 4 years down the line, like it is with Pogba,
No, because
he
again,
would still
people
get that
act
sympathy?
like Paul Pogba in 17-18 didn't have most goals, most assists, most all of that. People act like in Paul Pogba's first season under Jose Mourinho, he wasn't one of, if not our best player. It was a huge part in us winning the Europa League and the League Cup. And if it was if Zlatan Ibrahimovic finished his dinner, Pogba's assists, he probably hits a record that year. People act like Paul Pogba hasn't played well for United. It's remarkable. It's remarkable.
Martial there winning the ball, well, winning a foul from backing into his man and holding the ball up like we were saying against Arsenal, something we missed against Arsenal.
Bruno, simple 5-yard pass. Come on, bro, you're better than this. Offside.
Someone said if Wan-Bissaka gave a penalty away, it would be different. Do you think that's in defence of Pogba, or do you think that's adding on to the whole... Some people have earned the sort of the right to make a rash tackle here and there because of how good they are or how good they've been.
Sorry, bro.
Do you think someone said in the comments, if Wan-Bissaka gave that penalty away, it'd be different? Do you think he's saying that because fans wouldn't have got on his back, or do you think he means?
Oh yeah, I hear what he's saying.
He sort of earned the right to make the odd dodgy tackle because of how consistent he's been otherwise. That could sort of be either way, that couldn't it?
But has he? I think he's right what he said. Basically, it wouldn't have been a bigger story if it wasn't Pogba.
Yeah. Fergal McClement says Adam is so negative about everything now. Chill, mate. £5.
Oh yeah, because United are so great at the moment.
Shit, he's right.
And the world is so great at the moment. I mean, fucking what a place to be.
Better than any other planet, though, isn't it?
Is it?
How do you know?
Well, anyone in our solar system, anyway.
Our solar system has lost its soul.
Nice. That's like put the great back in Great Britain. Put the soul back in solar system. That's right, innit, Adam? That's what we need.
I got sober. Remember that advert?
I don't remember the advert. Remember the song?
Oh my
the Killers.
Jesus! What the hell was happening there?
The kill arse. United is bad as a whole. Simples. Whole spelt WHOLE.
Oh, that hole.
Yeah.
That arsehole.
Interesting.
I hate this game. I hate football.
Luke Shaw's been on the ball a lot, hasn't he?
And
is he going to lose it there?
Yeah.
No, he's done well there. Go on, Martial. Martial's done really well there. And he's lost it. He did so well to back into his man and keep possession there.
Luke Shaw just running into nothing, though, really. He was lucky in the end, but I don't know, Luke Shaw.
I mean, you do expect movement in front of him.
Played. Go on, Bruno. Should have slipped him in there, bruv. Why didn't he give it him?
Basaksehir.
Everything was so good to the last little pass. It'll come, a goal will come. We'll score here, but we just look crazy fucking open at the back. Played.
Only one man in the box, though. Straight to the goalkeeper there from across.
I think it was Matic. That was Istanbul's first goal in the Champions League this season.
See, now I don't like this. I don't like what I'm seeing at the moment. We're moving to the same formation we were playing against Arsenal.
The diamond.
Rashford and Marshall are wide and Bruno's in the between them.
I don't like it.
It stinks, bruv.
There's just no options then, is there?
Look, it's almost like Matt has gone into the middle now as well.
Well, that's where Matt likes
And
to
Bruno's
play,
gone
though,
on
isn't
the
it?
right now. Like, what is going on here? Like,
Well, Rashford's straight down the middle at the minute.
yeah, it's awful.
But it was working with Rashford left, Martial down the middle.
They can move and interchange. I know that, but it's like,
but it looks like
what is going on?
Setting up that way.
Martial on the left now. Look, a bit of dribbling.
Oh,
Back to Shaw.
Scoop.
Shaw. Out
Scoop,
back to Martial, who's on the left hand side. Inside to Donny. Donny to Bruno. Bruno back to
Matter.
I like that. Donny brings the pace back into the game.
Donny's good.
It was like Marshall gave Luke Shaw the ball. We needed Luke Shaw then to have a burst, play a quick pass, but he plays a pass that makes Marshall check back, just slows it down again.
I love that style of defending there from Twanzebe. Doing that foot around the attacker, proper
Scoop.
Rio Ferdinand style. When the ball's coming up, he just sticks his foot around him rather than actually tackling him. Everyone wants us to attack. Bruno is false number 9.
Does look like we've changed things up a lot more. Got Bruno straight through the middle a lot higher. I don't know about that.
I don't think we're playing bad. That goal was insane.
We're not playing good.
We're not playing bad. Here we go. Come on. We need a bit of pace on the
Go
attack.
on.
Here we go. Wan-Bissaka got a lot of space to run into.
Oh,
Bruno's in the
Bruno.
middle. Pass it, pass it.
Nah, that is...
Marshall. Straight
and
at
ball.
his man.
Nah, that was poor by Bruno, Wan-Bissaka then.
You should just slip Bruno.
Good
great.
tackle.
Played Donny.
Oh,
Come
good
on,
turn by
Marshall.
Marshall.
Recycle
as well.
that. Get
Good
him.
strength. His hold-up play's been really good too.
Played Mata.
Marshall.
Played
Too tight in there. Too tight.
They're
Unfortunately,
the kind of two, Mata and Van der Beek, who could get out of that.
Yeah. There's very few where they can, but I think they probably
It's
can.
looked a little bit better though. Glimpses of good football.
Yeah.
See though, a better,
But that there
a
should've-
better well, not a better fullback, but a player that can pass better than Wan-Bissaka.
Would have found Bruno.
Slips back to Bruno then.
Yeah.
Fair, maybe not many fullbacks could make that. I don't know, but
Just wanted to get a fucking goal. Because the whole.
I think if we get one here, these lot will
that's what I'm saying. The whole feeling is just negative at the minute. If we get one back, I think we'll
The
be
players
quite
haven't
comfortable.
played that way. To be fair, it hasn't rattled them.
No. But I just mean as a fan, you're watching thinking, I'm not enjoying this. Bruno, Donny, sorry.
Wait, what's?
Don't worry. Different game.
Is that a different game? Yeah.
Is it?
It's Paul.
Oh, yo, I
That
think
is
the food's here. Hello. Yeah, guys coming now. Alright, cheers. Bye.
Go on.
Yeah.
Food's here for everyone.
I did keep checking constantly, and it kept saying 1:45, and then all of a
They
sudden
always
it's
ring.
just gone
Is that
outside.
another super chat there? Show.
Super chat from Jack Taylor. If Ole gets sacked, which world manager would you guys want? Also, keep up the good work, lads. You'd want Poch, wouldn't you? Poch.
I'd probably go Poch.
Yeah.
But again, I'd like them to take a bit of time. If he does end up sacking him, take a bit of time with it. Do the
Nah, don't
the
take
work.
a bit of time. Just get Patch in, man. What the fuck are you taking time for?
Jesus.
So the rest of the season can go to waste.
Not allowed your opinion there.
I feel like we just keep wasting seasons. Like,
Okay,
oh, yeah, let's-
all right. Well, we didn't
let's
take the
just-
time on Ollie, and that was wrong.
Also, if he's getting sacked, it's because he's.
You said that
16.
before.
The
Don't do your
season's
due
done.
diligence.
Oh.
Season's done anyway, man. I'm
If
sick
Ole
of
gets
this
sacked this
shit.
season, this
That's why
season's
someone
done.
keeps saying why it's on. I'm just sick of it. Just sick of it.
I agree with Ledge on Cake. He says Mourinho round 2.
Oh, fuck off.
Bring him back.
In the scene, bringing
Imagine.
him
I'd rather bring back Moyes.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
No, you wouldn't. United holding more possession. Istanbul are sitting back a little bit now, aren't they? I mean, to be fair, the goal they scored, they were sitting back anyway.
Played. Oh.
back. Do you think we've got a better
Trying a bit more
midfield now than we did under Moyes?
A better what?
Midfield.
What do we have under Moyes?
Cleverly and Anderson.
Oh, mate. Could have me and
And
you in
Fellaini.
there. We'd have a better fucking midfield than that.
And Fellaini, yeah.
Yeah.
Cleverly Anderson, Fellaini. Who else we had? Giggs played a bit.
Yeah,
but
Rooney
was 40.
Rooney played in midfield a bit.
He was poor.
Yeah, but that was when
really poor.
Moyes gave him a new contract and
captain's armband and
gave him the keys to the city.
Yeah,
he was good though. Rooney was good under Moyes. Was he not?
was our only glimmer of
Moyes and Januzaj,
Rooney,
best 2 players that season.
Rooney is a great player though, so it's him being on the pitch is gonna occasionally do something good.
He scored that goal against.
Nothing to do with Moyes.
A goal against
West Ham.
Yeah, from the halfway line.
Yeah.
Didn't he? He scored a free kick against City as well with the headband. He had the headband on.
That was good. I love the headband. I love how there's like this sort of like
eras.
Yeah, Street Fighter character versions of Wayne Rooney. Headband, fresh,
the
ripped top Rooney. Oh, penalty.
Always give the free kick.
That's very close to the edge of the box.
Not like Matic.
We're all over the gaff here, you know.
That's very close. Matic is.
If we don't win today, we won't qualify through the group.
This is going to be a penalty, I think.
We'll go Europa League. Nah, it's a free kick. It's a free kick, bro.
Does it continue into the box?
No, the foul took place outside the box.
Miles outside.
Matic just stepped into the box after it. See. It's not a penalty.
I'm somewhat unsure.
It's not a penalty.
Good. People saying Matic is done. What are you saying?
Probably agree. You still have the ability to. It's like we were just saying with Rooney. You still have the ability to put in a game every now and then. But
do you think there's a bit about Matic though? Because he had that drop off as well under Mourinho when after the World Cup, and he was really poor. But then he had a few games off. He had a bit of a break, and he came back in the team and was back to. I mean, we said when Ollie came in, I think everyone said that's Matic done. He'll never play again. And then towards the end of that season, he was one of the players that was part of that run.
Free kick. Istanbul, back post, header, pulls it back.
Did that go out?
I don't know, but Bruno's doing kick-ups in his own box.
Do you think there's a bit about Matic where he needs rest, and this season as well, especially the age he's at now, do you think that this season, with it going straight round again, that he's just not fit? Really not fit? Because
possibly
after World Cup he was poor, and last season he was very good. Last season, for most of last season, he was very good.
I don't know about very good last season, but
I think
he had moments. Especially after coronavirus.
When he gets his fitness back.
There was a reason we all wanted rid of him at some point. I think he blagged it for a contract, genuinely. I'm not saying he blagged it. I'm saying he put extra in. He got his contract,
and then he just dropped off.
Let's not. Footballers must do that. Do you know what I mean?
Of course, it's money, isn't it?
It's like imagine you were at a job, your contract was expiring. You think, fucking hell, I best start working hard. As soon as you get your contract, you.
Especially at United, when if you do well, you're going to get more money than last time, no matter what. Unless you 33, 34. But if you put 6 good months in, we saw loads of players have done that down the years. Theo Walcott used to get accused of that every 3 years, didn't he? Like, he's good for 2 months again, and he's got an upgrade. That's a good pass there. Bruno in the box. To Wan-Bissaka, nice touch. Chip to the back post. Who's there?
Nobody.
No, not over here. No.
They're on the counter-attack again here, Istanbul. Left-hand side. He's done Wan-Bissaka there.
That's translate great
good
tackle, Harry Maguire.
Stressed at him. You're not loving this, are you?
So poor on the count.
I don't know why we do this, man, every time, man.
Do what?
Just utter shit. I even look at Bruno and I just feel sorry for him, man. Why did we bring him here? Just to ruin his life.
Would you say you're being a bit of a sorry ass bastard?
Players don't drag us up anymore. We drag them down.
Bruno dragged us up last year.
Yeah, and now look at him.
It's been 6 games though, hasn't it?
Poor fucker looks like he's going to catch a case every week.
It's not been long though, has it? Can you stop the spamming in the chat, Cam? Cam. Thank you. United haven't been great, have they? Let's be honest. Adam's furious. Absolutely fuming.
I'm not furious. I'm just
dejected.
Sick of it. I'm not angry at all. No,
that looks all over the place.
Can't be asked to be angry. Angry about what? We see it every week. That's what I don't get. Like, when Arsenal fans used to just be angry all the time. How can you be angry when you see the same shit every week? Eventually, you just feel tired of it.
That's just what you.
You know what I mean? That's why most of
Bruno
it's
this.
full anger.
Yeah.
At least I love Rafa.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, Luke Shaw won a tackle.
Come on now.
Oh, well done, Luke. Get that
Yeah,
pay
still rolling
rise.
around on the pitch. Bruno. Oh, there's Mata into Bruno.
Matt's the only one that pass a move, you know. Pass move. Well, not the only one, but one of very few. Constantly
Luke
pass a
Shaw.
move, pass a move, pass a move. Luke Shaw, back a move, back a move.
Luke Shaw never does anything.
You never
like,
go,
difficult.
bloody hell, do you?
He
When's
never,
the last time you said that about
even
Luke
that
Shaw?
pass by Wan-Bissaka there, that's he just Luke Shaw would never try the first time pass now and again.
Very good, unlucky. Yeah, when's the last time you went, fucking hell, who's that? Luke Shaw.
He just kind of cuts
It
back
never
in
happens.
and goes, there's a simple ball. I'll do that.
Yeah, Iron John, 499 super chat. Off the ball, we've been god awful.
Agree.
Yeah, we have. Keano in to sort them out. A lot of people want Roy Keane knocking about the squad, telling people how shit they are, etc.
Oh, yeah, Roy Keane will just tell everyone they're not playing well because they don't care.
Are you disrespecting Roy Keane?
No, but come on. There's a reason he failed at Ipswich. Failed at Sunderland. Because he's so...
You can't say he failed at Sunderland, that's unfair.
I know he got them promoted at one point, but
Yeah, right.
he was so good as a player that
Yeah.
he expects those levels of players
Yeah.
that are simply inferior to him. He can't do that because he's got anger problems as well. He'd like me, seriously. I can't teach people. You know when people don't know something, I can't teach you it because I ain't got patience for you. So he's exactly like that. He ain't got the patience for shit people. Do you know what I mean?
Doesn't suffer fools gladly and all that stuff.
Well, no, that's bad.
No, he
that's, not,
expects-
that's bad. That's why, as a manager, you have to be able to juggle those things and be able to deal with people's weaknesses. And
They reckon that was, I mean, Ronaldo said it a bit, I think something about Scholes as well. Scholes when he
Who's
played.
this on the ball here? Dispossessed there. Mata dispossessed.
that wasn't Matta's fault, by the way. That was whoever gave it to Matta.
Oh my days.
Where's our
That's
fucking
2-0.
defence again?
Luke Shaw's back
Adam,
now.
Come on.
Why do you want me to watch this shit, man? I want to see.
2-0 down. No defence again.
Substitution.
Yeah, come on, Jay.
I missed that.
You don't miss
Shit
much.
defending again. Mata.
Bruno gives it
played out to
away.
Mata. A bit of a shit pass, but a bad touch from Mata. Dispossessed on the halfway line.
That's not Matta's fault. He's stitched
I
right.
didn't say it was his fault. I said it was a bad touch. Ball inside. Great
Denver
dummy
Bar
from
does
Denver
well.
Bar.
he's
I
on
don't.
his
Luke
own.
Shaw doesn't exist. Luke Shaw isn't a footballer. Where is he? You're the fucking left back. The amount of times that he's just not anywhere. Where is he there?
Good finish.
You're the left back. You're a defender. Where are you? Fucking hell, he's never anywhere.
Where are you?
Where are
Yeah,
you?
Luke Shaw.
Hey, where's Dealing?
Let's be having you. Fergal Clement says, it's that back four all at sea because Maguire's organisation. It's not Lindelof. Axel keeps trying to win. An experienced partner should be holding him back and talking him through the game. Yeah, maybe. But, you know, it wasn't Maguire's fault that Luke Shaw, that
Just
Axel
decided
didn't
not
watch
to come back.
Denver Bar before and then pulled him down and got a yellow card, was it? That wasn't Maguire's fault that he
No.
just misread a header. It's not Maguire's place to put Twanzebe on the, in a position and lift him up instead of jumping. You got to give these people a bit of agency
So
sometimes.
poor.
I don't know what the fuck Luke Shaw's doing there.
Nothing as usual.
He's just never there. Like you said, when's the last time Luke Shaw did something and you went, bloody hell, that was good. Who was that? Luke Shaw.
You just play.
Has it happened? Has that happened for Manchester United? Where you've been really shocked at how good something
He
was?
had 2 months.
Or even a, go on then. It's never Luke Shaw doing that.
Do you know
he
I-
gets
do you
the
know
ball
I-
on the left-hand
do you-
side and he passes
Do you know
it back.
I can remember when it was.
When?
It was 2 years ago at Leicester at home.
Fucking hell.
Leicester at home 2 years ago when he got that goal.
Was it the first game of the
Yeah, I
season? That?
remember.
Yeah. And that was it.
Maguire.
That was it.
Honestly.
That was because
Well,
he.
Who's this here?
That was only because he didn't
That's
track
good.
back.
Go on, Luke Shaw,
And got
go
stuck
on.
up
Prove
there.
us wrong.
Put a cross in. No.
There you go. That's
All
beat
right.
his man now.
That's
Pick
good.
out
Chips
a-
it in. Martial! Yes! In! Right.
Back
Go
in
on,
it.
Shaw.
Go
What was
on.
that?
Never
Luke
does
Shaw.
fucking
Hey,
anything
Luke
that
Shaw.
lad.
Go on, Luke.
I've always rated Luke Shaw.
Martial with a header.
We scored
Fucking hell.
from a cross and a header.
They needed that. They really needed that.
Luke Shaw
For God's
FC.
sake. Yeah.
Luke Shaw FC.
Luke Shaw assist. Luke Shaw assist.
What a cross.
Luke Shaw with a masterclass. Absolutely. I take it all back. No, I don't know. The point still stands. He does really well.
does well
here.
here, but
He
he's
does his
like-
man. A lovely
shows
chip
a bit
into
of
the box. That's really
intelligence
good.
Is that? I've never seen him put a good cross in.
That's really
the
good.
first good cross I've seen him put in.
Martial finds some space. That's a really good
Good
header
header.
from Martial. That's a really good header from Martial. That's really good from Martial. Lovely header that. Ball's up in the air. He has to really curve his body to get any power on that. That's
If we get to
impressive.
3-2, McColl will be happy again. Yeah, I reckon. Maybe.
Horizon.
Didn't even. He didn't even have half a smile when that goal went in.
Who?
McCola.
Should be all over that. That's his boy.
Super Chat says, "Oh dear, I'm not sure if I can read that." Luke Shaw is like a human, let's say, refuse vessel. It's crusty and worn out, but we keep going back to it because we don't have a choice.
Can I read the word? I don't
Refuse
quite know.
vessel.
Refuse vessel.
That sounds like a posh word for a bin.
Refuse
It is.
That's
what
not-
that guy said isn't a refuse vessel or a bin.
No.
It's
Bloody hell.
just sock.
Shit, hilarious giving Shaw hell and he does that. Can't make it up. You can't make it up.
No, he can't because he's been shy for the first half.
He has been shy. I mean, let's be honest here.
So is everyone
the fact
else.
That we signed
dear.
Alex no,
Go on
not
in.
so is everyone because I don't think everyone has.
Look at this. This isn't good.
They're
No
making
overlap there, lad.
Demba
Ole Gunnar
Ba
Solskjaer
look like
didn't
fucking.
buy Alex Tellez because he thinks Luke Shaw is a world-class left-back. That goes without saying. So it's not like, you know, oh, he's slagging off Luke Shaw. Ole wouldn't have bought Alex Tellez if he thought that Luke Shaw was the left-back to take this team forward in every game. That's just the truth, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because we've
Is
got a backup
everyone-
left-back. We've got Brandon Williams. If Luke Shaw was good enough for Manchester United or was, you know, stand out for Manchester United, Brandon Williams would be a fine deputy to the best player.
You know, you were talking about, like, you mentioned Pogba earlier on, and how he's been here for a while. Like, Luke Shaw has been here for 5 years, and he's done almost nothing. Like, we're still having this debate, is he good enough? He had a little spell before his injury where he was really good. But other than that, and you can't keep, like, saying, oh, since the injury. That was 4 years ago, or whatever it was. Like, you've got, you know, if you haven't fully recovered from that and you're not the same player, then it's brutal and it's, you know, harsh. But you have to move on. Yeah. And it's this whole thing, you know, you've mentioned it a few times. When the player doesn't play, we think they're great. When Luke Shaw was missing for a few games end of last season, people going, oh, we missed Luke Shaw, and we haven't.
No.
Just because he wasn't playing and we weren't playing very well, so you pinpoint one who's not playing. Yeah. Oh, Jesse Lingard's out. It must be him. We're missing him. It's just nonsense.
Is it half time there, or are they taking the free kick?
I believe it is. Is it half time?
I'm not sure. Yeah, half time. Manchester United are losing 2-1 to Istanbul Basaksehir. We're going to be thrown over to Jay and Ronaldo in a moment for the half-time show. Obviously, you're going to have to run off, I reckon, Jay.
It's all right, we've got it.
We've got it. We can cover this.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You can talk about Tony M. And he's had
Actually, it's going to be Adam and Ronaldo.
Adam's calmed down a little bit now. That Martial goal has softened his temper somewhat.
Let us know what you think of that first half. Give us your 3-word review for that first half. 3-word reviews for that first half. United 2-1 down away to Istanbul. That goal back is massive, isn't it?
They needed that. Because going in at half time, 2-0 would have been...
Would you rather be 2-1 down like this or just kept it at 1-0?
2-1.
No, what I'm saying is because there's momentum there.
I'd rather get a goal back on to be 2-1 than just go 1-0 down.
Yeah,
because I feel like you feel that momentum, and they'll go in at our time a bit annoyed, a bit down.
It's never good, by the way, when Ronaldo's going to be the happy one on the half-time show, because Ronaldo is never a happy person when it comes to these things.
A few of your 3-word reviews for that first half. Get Bruno off. Mata is anonymous. Utter bloody rubbish. Pile of poo is one of them. Luke Shaw, new Evra. That's 4 words. Defending is pants. Always the same from Terry Morris.
Always the same.
Ole tactical dunce.
Oh. To be fair though, right, in the current situation, Ole will be under more pressure now.
Absolutely.
Like
yeah, if it
because
stays like this, of course.
you know, that's like what 4 defeats out of 8, so 10 or whatever so far.
There's only so much you can ride on the 2 Champions League games before that. You can't just cling to them.
Well, but then again, though, shouldn't he be, you know, the overall Champions League form shouldn't be taken into account? Do you not think? If we get a draw in this, for instance.
Yeah,
a little bit. If we
right,
get a draw,
ready. We're gonna go over to the experts. Adam Mckola and Ronaldo Brown. They're gonna dissect the half time. Get involved in the comments as well. Let them know what you thought of that. Over to you guys.
Lack of movement.
Welcome to the Sexperts over here. I'm Adam Mckola. Here's Ronaldo Brown. Yeah, I don't know what the hell just happened today because I'm rattled.
I'm
rattled, Ronnie.
Do you know what's weird? You see me smiling and that, but it's not one of those smiles. It's one of those where you have a laugh or you cry in it. And I'm picking a smile option.
What went wrong out there today? Why do we look so disorganised at the back?
I have no idea. Are you still trying to work out what happened with that first goal?
So the first goal, let's speak about it.
Yeah, let's speak about it. Cause
we have a corner.
Yeah.
So let's imagine, how do we set up for corners, attacking them? Harry Maguire goes up, I imagine.
Yeah.
Axel Twanzebe's gone up.
Yeah.
Luke Shaw, who normally stays back on corners, disappeared.
Okay.
And Matic was the furthest man back, but fell asleep. The ball breaks, goes to Demba Ba. He runs the whole length of the pitch and scores.
What I don't get is how does Demba Ba end up goal side in his own half with 20 yards of space when the ball's knocked over? I'm still so confused how that can happen. And I know you're on the bench and there's not even fans there, so I'm thinking surely someone's screaming, bro, mark Demba Ba. And I think it's basic organisation when you've got an attacking corner. If there's one man, Demba Ba was the only guy they left up. You have one guy behind and one guy in front, simple as. I don't understand what. It's either disorganisation or United still think they can look past teams, innit? They might have just looked past them. They're not. I have no idea. I'm trying to make excuses. Disrespect, I think.
But also, Matic was the furthest man back.
Yeah.
He's the slowest man on the team.
Definitely the slowest, bro. You see the way he was trying to sprint back? He was like, stumbling.
He was trying to grab him. He was all over him.
Yeah.
It was a weird goal. And then the second goal, my head's gone. I can't even remember what happened. All I know is a ball went across the box.
Demba Ba dummied it.
Bruno to Mata, poor pass.
Yeah.
Poor pass by Bruno.
Yeah.
Which causes a poor touch by Mata. So 2 wrongs don't make no right.
Then you got Mata
get the
chasing.
ball.
Then you got Mata chasing Wingo, you've got slow guys chasing. Anyway. Yeah.
They try and chase back.
Yeah.
The ball goes across. Was it Demba Ba that stepped over it?
Demba Ba, little dummy and that.
Little dummy. Goes through to the back. And it's a goal. But no Luke Shaw to be seen.
There was 2 man over on that side. It was 2 guys that could have scored that, and Luke Shaw's nowhere to be seen. But as you said, what you said on the watch along, I've been saying about Luke Shaw for years. You can tell that he does not love football. You just tell. You can tell he's just played it because he can. And
he was good one time, and someone said.
And he was good, yeah. And I feel like he don't care no more. You know what he did? He got his move to United. How old is he? 19, 120k a week.
Having said that, though, he did set up United's goal to get back into the game. A goal that Anthony Martial would have needed his first start since the last Champions League game. His suspension's over now. It was a good header from him, the kind of goal that we rarely see because 1, we haven't got the fullbacks that like to cross the ball into the box, but 2, we rarely get to see the headed goals from him. Someone asked you before we came on here, would you rather it still be 1-0 or 2-0 and we get that goal back?
I think 2-0 get the goal back.
Momentum shift
because what did he say about the scoreline? Is 2-0. They say 2-0 is one of the most dangerous leads in football for some reason.
It's the old cliche, isn't it?
The old cliche, because once the team gets one back, you're on your heels then.
You don't know whether to sit or go. But the problem for us is we're chasing a game now that we're so clearly disorganised for.
Yeah.
We're not taking these guys seriously.
But who's
it's
that
almost
on?
like we've rocked up and thought, these lot are playing FIFA 15 and we're playing FIFA 20.
Yeah.
They've still got Demba Ba, do you know what I mean? And
Skirtle and that.
Rafa da Silva.
Rafa da Silva, Demba Ba and Martin Skirtle, centre back. It's like a past it dream team almost. And
it's like someone's ultimate team from FIFA 12.
Yes. I can't believe it. And the fact that, what's funny about Matic being slow, you got Demba Ba just running through and not being caught at all. And I swear Demba Ba's in his 40s by now, probably. And
why does our defence look so go on, carry on?
I have no idea because this is the partnership we've been asking for in it, the Axel, Harry Maguire.
But does that come down to individuals or does that come down to training ground stuff? Because to me, we look like a team that's not organised.
It doesn't do the basics. And I'm sick and tired, I don't care what anyone wants to say. The reason, when it comes to people criticising Ollie, you got people say what they want to say, but I say it as I see it. So if he has one good performance or one good kind of showing, then he is that. But when you've got a man in charge, Ollie's the man in charge. So if you're a true United fan, you got to back him, but you still can criticise him when things go wrong. People think you've got to be one way or the other.
It's really weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really weird. But I'm sick and tired of watching United over the past 7 months come out flat and slow. And I think it happens all the time. It happens literally in mostly every game. And I don't know who I put that down to. You know, Roy Keane was on Sky Sports saying his players got to motivate themselves and got ready and that. But I think Ollie's got to take a bit of flack for that, because I don't know whether it's just the players can feel complacent and a bit lax because Ollie's is so happy-go-lucky and he's so relaxed and he can be your best mate and
do you know what I feel it is? Do you remember what we used to criticise Arsenal for in the latter years under Arsene Wenger?
Yeah.
Where it seemed to be too nice.
Yeah.
Like, they respected their manager.
Yeah.
He was a good coach. He would get some good... I'm not comparing Solskjaer to Wenger by any stretch. But
yeah,
it feels like they've got a manager that they like, but ultimately he's not demanding enough from them.
Okay.
It's far too easy for them to get away with stuff. And that's probably part of why they like him.
That's why people are saying no tactics, just vibes, because it feels like the players... He's like one of them guys where he just says, go out and express yourself.
But that's ignorant, isn't it? Because there's been times where we've seen the tactics.
But that's what I'm saying. It's a weird one because I've still seen some great tactical performances from Ollie. But I don't think it's always tactics. I don't think tactics is the thing, because that's just such a vague thing for people to say.
Could it be the message, the motivation?
I think it's the motivation and getting a team fired up side of it that we're kind of missing. And then it doesn't help. You know what's weird? Because Ollie could work as a great manager for other teams with different personnel, but I feel the personnel in our team, when you haven't really got any standout leaders or characters like that, it might just be like a bad fit in terms of the personnel, in terms of attitude and the manager, because I think this is one of them teams where the players, you need to be on them constantly. But I don't know.
What do we need to do in the second half to turn it around? Any changes that you'd like to see? Paul Pogba's on the bench, one of a few players. Edinson Cavani's on the bench. What changes would you make? Because the game can be won 45 minutes.
Can be won. I still believe we can get back into it and possibly win. Get the first 10, 15 minutes, see how the game goes, see if we get a bounce back. And then maybe would like to see Pogba come on, yeah, and then see if he can kind of change the game a bit. Donny van der Beek and Bruno shown little bits, but not enough. I think the tempo has been bare slow. But we can hopefully the team that we have can get us back into it, so not forced into changes. Because I said this all the time, when you get to weak opposition, I'd rather start a strong team, take players off, than having to need to bring players on.
And I suppose you alluded to it as well, that we very rarely come out the blocks quick.
No, never.
In the second half, we kind of need to, because if we play into their hands where... Because actually, we need to be more organised as well, because we're going to have to push for this, which will leave holes.
It's a weird one, because with the starting slow thing, I still kind of think that when we do come out on second half, so we need to kind of fire it up, we still start slow. So now we're going to go watch and expect United to come firing out. They've had a kick up the arse by Ollie, but usually what happens is he just starts slow again and you're just thinking, what is going on? Yeah.
A lot of people are obviously mentioning Pochettino in the comments. I don't really want to talk about that now. We'll leave that towards the end of the game. If that's something that people want to discuss or they want us to discuss, we'll do that at the end of the game. But right now, the game is still there to be played for. 45 minutes remain, and no game is won at half-time. But Manchester United have been abysmal for this first half. I think there's nothing. We have been abysmal, right? I'm not over-exaggerating.
We've been bad because we've been lacklustre going forward, not really shown much, been slow, but defensively, they look like every time they broke forward that they could carve us open, and I'm thinking, what's going on?
Anand says, thoughts on Maguire? Because I suppose while we're talking about the defence, Harry Maguire's one that should be organising them. Is he organising that defence enough? Is it his job to organise them? What do you think of his performance?
It's not been great from Harry Maguire either. He's skipper, and the main thing is he's obviously slow and he's not mobile. Offer what does he bring? Because he doesn't seem to bring any leadership to the back four. And I'm starting to think, is our defensive frailties basically down to the fact that the defenders or the players around him don't necessarily believe in him? that much, because that's a lot to do with it as a back four. If you don't believe in the man next to you, you don't have confidence in the man next to you.
Says Mega Kirshen in the comments says, being the captain, it's his responsibility to organise the defence. I'm not saying it even because he's the captain. Obviously, it comes into it. But being a centre half, I've played centre half. You have to talk to your fullbacks. You have to talk to your centre half.
100%.
Luke Shaw, it's his responsibility to get back, but it's also someone's responsibility to make sure your man is here and he's with you at all times. Yeah. And we see it far too many occasions. Luke Shaw's all over the place. And to coin a phrase that Jose used, sometimes you need to be his brains.
Yeah. It needs to be Luke Shaw's.
Yeah, sometimes
I was going to say that. I was going to say a leader or a captain or skipper, Harry Maguire, he should identify that I'm on the left centre half and I'm playing with Luke Shaw. I played with this guy long enough to realise this guy is someone that needs constant communication. Like, he's not one of them players you can just leave to do his own thing.
He's very quiet,
Luke Shaw's a man that if you're playing with him, you need to be on him. Otherwise, he'll just kind of go through the motions. He's one pace and that. And I don't know. You're right about that. He needs somebody to be his brains. And unfortunately, it's
Scott Morgan says Martial will get us back into it, look sharp, and he'll get chances. And I think let's try and lift, before we pass it over to them mugs over there, let's try and pick up the vibes, pick up the mood.
Listen, before we know, this could end up 5-2.
To Istanbul.
To us.
We're supposed to pick the mood up here, Ronnie. Come on.
5-2 to us, innit? 4 goals second half.
Yeah, I'm predicting.
Harry Maguire hat-trick.
Martial's going to complete his hat-trick in the second half. That'll be 3-2.
Yeah.
And then Donny van der Beek scores his second goal for Manchester United. 4-2.
4-2.
What do you think?
I believe we'll win 4-2. Rashford will get on the score sheet. Martial will get on it. I think Bruno will score as well. And then we'll end up winning 4-2.
AA says, will Adam return to the Watchalong? Yes. Can fuck right up.
Now just say, wait and find out.
I'm gonna go finish my hot wings and then I'll change with Jay. Unless we score before then, I'm an absolute glory hunter. I'll jump back on when we're 2-2 against the mighty Istanbul. Are you lot ready now? Let's do a drum roll before we pass it over to them. Boys, get hyped. Manchester United.
Completely out of rhythm.
An epic comeback in the second half.
Completely out of rhythm.
To them mugs.
Yay! 2-1 down.
Come on, United road.
Still 2-1 down.
That's the change you wanted to see. Scott McTominay coming on at half time to really bring in some
bold strategy.
For Axel?
Hang on, it is bold.
It's for Axel.
Taking off Axel.
I wanted to ask you about that. Did you think Axel had a bad first half?
Yeah.
I heard them talking about Adam Mckola. What did you think of Axel's first half?
I think Axel was great. I thought there was a couple of times balls came into the box, he headed it straight out or straight to their man.
Great.
Of course, the one against Demba Ba. I mean, I'm not trying to call myself some sort of mystic Smith. But I said in the team news, and I said it before, I think this will be a tougher game for them than the PSG one because it relies on the sort of things when you don't play for a year, the things that you lose aren't your speed or your aerial ability. It's things like ball watching and concentration.
Yeah, concentration's a big thing.
It was a bit of concentration he lost there, and obviously it didn't end in a goal. But he's on a booking now.
Do we have no other centre half on the bench? Mengi was on the bench. He's decided on bringing Scott on instead at centre half, which is.
I hope for God's sake that.
I mean, that's.
Let us know anyone in the comments.
Not what you want as a player,
no,
is it? A midfielder coming on for you.
It's weird as well, like for Tuanzebe to have such a good performance against Paris Saint-Germain, Neymar and Mbappe, to then not play at all the next 3 games and then get brought off at half-time against Istanbul.
It's not
seems
great.
Mad.
Personally, I would have let him see the second half out, but that's just
I didn't think he was standout, looked off the pitch. I think he made a couple of errors, but I don't think
it... Mate. That's what this is.
We stand bollocks, I like it.
Sorry, carry on.
Save it for the review title.
Rashford's been relatively anonymous so far, hasn't he? I forgot he was playing.
How dare you say that about Mr. Sir Marcus,
Rashford.
even if it is accurate. Yeah, he's had a couple of touches and that, but he's not really got into the game yet, has he?
Not really. I think this would be a better game for Cavani than the Arsenal match. I think we've got a chance of him actually getting some space in the box, and we can probably find him with a cross or two as well because we've had some space out wide where we never even got the ball forward against Arsenal. Oh,
what?
Come on. Is that a bucket? Foul against Rashford there. So little contact.
What's he doing there?
They've now ran out of footballs by the looks of things.
Don't need footballs.
Nah.
We've got a super chat from Usman. He says, minor error from Axel gets brought off. Maguire constantly costing us games, but has a stronghold of centre-back and the captain's armband. Ole has to answer. We don't know why Axel's been brought off, do we?
He might.
Adam Mckola is just saying there that, yeah, he's surprised at that substitution.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
It's obviously tactical.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, I feel for Axel. You know, like you say, he's not been in a team much. He has a great game against PSG. He wants to probably stake a claim for being a first choice centre back, and then he's hooked at half time. Not great.
Not entirely sure why. He's on a yellow. Let's not forget that as well. Yeah, people say he's on a
you're going to manage that. No, but it's not a half time substitution. But although saying that, you got 5 subs in this, haven't you? So it's not as
not as radical.
Not as radical as you.
Depends how you handle it as well. You may put an arm around him and say, "Listen, you know, you've not played a lot of football recently."
Maybe it's because he's going to start the weekend.
Maybe he's just not that fit yet.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Like,
you say that to him.
His best of games, and you know, and as much as I agree that Axel was sensational against PSG, one of the most impressive performances I've seen from a centre back at United in a long time. You can't not take him off if he's in a few difficult positions in terms of he's not having a great game, he's on a yellow card, he's coming back from injury.
Ooh.
Who knows how fit he is? You can't just leave him on because Maguire's been shitting games before as well.
No, I'm not. I don't know if you're making that point to me. I'm not.
I'm making it generally.
Yeah.
I just think, Maguire's been bad before, but
I
just no reason to keep Twanzebe on. Maybe we should have taken Maguire off in the past, but you don't just we didn't take Maguire off last time, so let's make another mistake now.
We certainly need to get an established sort of defence going, because we're just all over the gaff defensively this season, and we've had change of personnel. 1 minute you think Bailly's going to be. I mean, when everyone was wanting Eric Bailly in, get Bailly back, and then he played against Spurs, had a shock, and it's now Twanzebe, Twanzebe in, and then it's like this merry-go-round needs to stop. Adam Mckola says Eric Bailly's better than Maguire still with a broken leg.
Yeah, got a broken leg. Apparently, Matrix is at centre back. Now, I'm assuming that's an autocorrect from Matic, but I like thinking he's called
Here's
Matrix,
Matrix,
the one. Matrix 1 was actually a mint film, but the sequels was shit. It's not overrated. It was an event, that film. It was.
The game was very good.
Matrix Reloaded.
Mate, that gave birth to the DVD.
The first Matrix film is one of my favourite.
Thank you. It's just the sequels are so poo that you go, it's rubbish. It's not. Yeah. The first one's mint.
And also, I know it was 1999 at the time when I was 6. But
God, now I feel old.
With the understanding of what it was like, that was a radical film.
Mate,
as well.
it was like everyone was like, "Oh my God, have you seen like the effects, the way he did it,
the bullet time stuff with the slow movement, people going back? That was all new. Then you have to remember that
outside
it
the
was
pub.
Completely radical, and it was a great film as well.
That's
and
what
exciting.
I mean. And then they just rushed through them sequels that weren't all that, and everyone goes, "Oh, Matrix."
And the 4th one's coming out next year.
Oh God, really?
Yeah.
He loves a sequel, doesn't he, Keanu Reeves? Take it, he's in it.
Yeah. No, Lawrence Fishburne though.
What?
I know.
Terrible.
Morpheus.
Shocking.
I know. Upsetting, isn't it? United need a remake. Yeah.
You do. Yeah. Yes.
United 2.0. No, that's not.
Ollie. Celtic.
No.
Inter.
Go on, Mark.
One of them Stephen
Go on, Mark.
Things that he says. Celtic, Inter.
Just blocks him off there,
House and something. All those things. You love saying all those.
You know what, right?
Catchphrases. That's
not really a catchphrase. It was just he only said it once.
Do my head in today. I know he had that cross for the goal, but
Martial
he just
Reloaded.
loves to go forward and go.
Martial Reloaded.
Martial Reloaded.
He loves to just start going forward a bit, and then you're going, I'm going to play a simple pass backwards here. That's what I'm going to do.
What I mean, it's like just frustrated.
We had that little glimpse of Tellers putting crosses in, and you're like, how good's this going to be?
Imush says Matic is like the Matrix. He's got the slow motion nailed. He certainly did when they were breaking through for their first goal.
Very good, very witty.
Martial just sort of kicked it anywhere there, didn't he?
Yeah.
He was running. He was like, I'll just kick it.
Oh, Matt's is tracking back. Oh no.
Is he playing at centre back now?
The thing is, right, we only need to get a draw here, and it's not like a disaster. You got 7 points from your first 3 games. You just don't want another defeat because it's just more drama.
We need
it's more Maurizio Pochettino talk, and it's we're going in the Everton game on a proper downer again.
I know. Bruno on the ball.
Who's fell down there?
Pick someone out, Bruno.
Oh,
No, that's I don't know what he was thinking there, to be honest with you. That was like
movement shit as well though, as
Tragic.
Ronaldo staying there.
Rashford is having one of those games where he never runs in behind. Thoughts?
It's not been his best game, to be honest with you. He's had a little bit more of the ball this second half, but not a lot. He's just, it's been a little bit stop and start this season for him. I know he's scored 7 goals. That's a little bit harsh, but he's had a few games where he's not quite got into it, and he's had some games where he's been amazing. So he just needs to find that consistency that we've seen from him in the past. He'll be all right.
Very nicely put. From a true gentleman as well, JP.
Thank you, sir.
Do you know when you're shaving yourself in the morning?
Yes.
Does it feel head? Does it feel like an event, or is it almost like so part of the furniture at this point?
It's almost as mundane as brushing your teeth now.
Is it?
It's not an event.
Have you ever accidentally brushed your teeth with a razor blade because you got confused?
No, but I've shaved my head with a toothbrush.
Have you?
Yeah. And that was a really embarrassing moment.
Did it work? What you like, eh?
Real faux pas.
Yeah.
Couldn't show my face in the...
A real forks pass there,
couldn't show my face in the kitchen for days.
Oh, no.
What?
Shaved your teeth.
He just asked that. You're not even listening.
I know. Oh.
Jesus wept.
Have you done the shaving foam under the armpit instead of...
Have you ever put wax for your head in your face because you think it's...
No.
No.
We've
Have
never
you ever driven your car using your face to power the pedals instead of your feet? Because you got it upside down, all silly and that.
Have you ever seen a grown man naked?
Mr. B. Mata has got to come off. Mata's not been great tonight, has he?
He's just not getting the game.
Rashford's not been great tonight.
Bring them all off.
Been decent.
Start again.
That header for the goal was really good by Martial.
I just wonder, sometimes what is the system now? What is the, what
the
is
preferred
the
system?
It just like today, how we set up and what is the idea? This is how we're going to attack. This is how it's going to work. It just seems a bit all over the gaff.
Yeah. Do you know these are called? People call these tablets. People call these a pad. What about the term media biscuit?
Media biscuit.
Yes.
I like the fact you often think about things that I would never.
What did you call? No, what did you call at the start of the game?
I don't remember. Oh, a digital flap.
I don't like digital flap. It has vaginal connotations.
Only if you're having sex with this fucking CFAX or something.
That's nothing to do with you. Listen, that sort of thing was commonplace in the 80s and 90s.
It was.
Go on, Tony.
That's a foul there. That's a yellow.
Let it go.
Go on, Scott. Keep the ball.
Down's about 3 fouls.
We'll have that
that's like 4 fouls on the
lodged into there. Come on.
Hey.
That's 2 bookings there, ref. At least one. He's got a booking for that tackle on Martial there.
What's he moaning about?
Is he not booking him for that?
Cam. Come on, just gonna go.
Look at that.
That's like a rugby tackle.
I mean, if rugby tackle was to sort of... That's not a booking!
Look at that!
What's he doing?
Is he not booked him for that? And that's a booking as well. Fuck me!
To be fair, he gets the ball.
No, you get the ball.
That's a good tackle.
No, it's not.
It
Not these
is.
days. You can't use that much aggression and that much force.
Rafa, what are you doing, bro?
Adam's just squared up to the TV.
Vamos and everything,
Vamos. Free kick, come on. Who's taking these days? Do you think Matt?
Bruno. I reckon Luke Shaw's got a chance.
Imagine that. Imagine Luke Shaw just smashes it.
He was taking corners at the weekend.
Why?
Well, Phil Jones had a go. He wasn't very good, and he thought, I'll tell you what, see if Luke Shaw can have a go.
I'll give him something to remember.
Come on.
Bruno.
Free kick here. 25 yards out.
This is going straight into the wall.
Matic and
You
Bruno
reckon?
on the ball.
Yes.
You mean Mata?
I've got that feeling.
Mata and Bruno, sorry.
Mata.
It's a nice little angle there. Go on, Bruno. Stick
It's
it
been
in,
a while
lad.
since he scored one of these.
That wall looks a long way away, doesn't it? He should be able to get it over that. Come on.
Come on, Bruno.
Wonder if he did the hop on a free kick. Bruno. Oh, decent effort. Forced a save from the goalkeeper. Luke Shaw just
Shit, cross back in.
Gio Franco.
Breaking. Well done, Luke Shaw. I've never said that before.
Gio Franco with a super chat. He says, Luke Shaw versus Raphael, new versus old. Anyone thinks Shaw is better than Tellers, then please share the drugs. We need something to help forget that defence.
I've not seen Tellers enough defensively, though. That's the thing, is that he could be well out of the place.
Here's one of the... Go on, sorry.
We've been conceding a lot of goals, and having a left back that gets caught out of position completely, which I don't know whether Tellers does or not. But from what I've been from the bits of research that people have done, have said that he is very good going forward, but lacks a bit going
But my thing with Luke Shaw is, I think one of the biggest misconceptions with Luke Shaw, because he's so bad going forward, people assume he's good defensively.
No,
and because he looks quite good defensively in a 3 at the back formation, where his job is to sit back, people assume he's good defensively. Look today again, he was nowhere to be seen for that second goal. The other day, who was it against? Balls played up to that back post. Luke Shaw wasn't there. We saw it against Palace. We saw it last season against Sevilla. The amount of times balls get crossed to the back post and Luke Shaw isn't there. He's not that good defensively.
He's just ambling back. He's
doing
doing it again now. Look, he's just ambling back in.
He's got a man in front of you there. If they'd have put the ball in early there, he would not have been on Demba Ba, would he?
It's not good enough. Also, Adam. You can hear Adam Mckola possibly off camera. He will be coming back in a minute. He's just getting dressed.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Same old this season with Manchester United, and it's getting really, really tedious.
Chipped into the box.
Well done, Wan-Bissaka. In the second book.
Yeah, good
well done.
Pressure there from Van der Beek. Just enough to put the player off his shot.
I mean, by rights, we should be beating these comfortably, even with a team that's not necessarily our strongest.
But it's
you
not
look
far
at Bruno,
off, though,
Van der Beek, Rashford,
Martial.
defensively, Martial as well. Yeah.
There's no. This
isn't like, the kids in Astana, is it?
No.
Yeah, making hard work of it again. Maybe they were up watching the election results.
Maybe. That would be some excuse. That's a nice play there.
Oh.
Martial. Oh, he tried something. Bruno to Martial, I always like that as a combination.
Reminds me of the derby, do you remember that?
Oh, that's good. Go on, Rashford. Go on, Marcus. Hit it.
He's hitting that. No.
Not enough space.
No.
Always done well. Always done well, bless him. Well done. Oh, Mata.
Better, man.
God, this kid's going all the way through there.
As they give it.
Have you been watching all his other games this season?
Adam said Raphael says he loves us, but he plays his best game of the season against us. What is it? 1-3, drawn 1, lost 3 this year.
So they're on fire.
Istanbul.
Flying.
They're crazy good. Cavani on now.
Now. Not later. Now. Now is the time for El Matador to come on and get his first goal for us. Before we all start turning on him.
Juan Matador.
Mac has got a bold suggestion that he's about to come and share with you in a minute.
Very bold.
Yeah, exactly. That's a bit better. Bit of space there.
Turn.
Oh, sausage. Mata pulls it across. Oh, bit lucky there.
Well.
Bit of lucky.
They've
Frantic
cleared it well.
defending. Skied it straight in there. Go on, Scott. Win that.
Come on.
What are you... The ball is 30 yards in the air on the edge of their box, and not one United player challenges for the ball. Bruno!
Go on!
Oh, you're going to get away now. Mr. Mckola, would you like to come and share your thoughts on this game with everyone?
Adam's coming back in.
It's happy time.
Do you think if Tuanzebe was 80 million, they wouldn't drop him? Because they never seem to blame Maguire or take him off or drop him because he's English at 80 million.
Well, I think
I think Maguire was dropped against PSG.
Maguire could bang Moyes' daughter and he wouldn't get dropped.
You alright?
No. How you doing?
I'm good, yeah. I'm nice.
Alright.
Yeah.
Apart from the football, eh?
Apart from the football, yeah. But I think we look a bit better second half.
Better than what?
First half.
Which isn't a lot.
Better than smallpox.
Better than Paddock FC, yeah.
No, not quite.
Not quite.
You're not having another free kick.
Here he
Matador,
is.
Here he is. Who are we saying? Donny coming
Don't
off.
be Donny. No.
I'm
Pogba. Pogba's coming on.
Wait
Pogba's
a sec, that's
coming
Pogba
on
for
as
Donny,
well.
not Cavani. Pogba just snuck into shot there at the last second.
Don't
didn't
panic.
He? Donny coming off. I'm going to guess
But
it's
even
Mata
then,
for
why are you
Cavani.
bringing
It's Martial off.
If Martial comes off.
JB ready to sub in if
Ready
Martial
to flip
comes
this
off.
table. It's got to be Mata.
Does it matter?
Cavani on for
What's
Juan
he said
Mata
there?
and Pogba on for Donny van der Beek.
He said
so a bit of an
he was
attacking
moving.
transition there.
Rush on the left, Martial.
Cavani told Martial to move and Martial looked at him like, what?
Martial
Do
on the
you
right
know
side,
who I
do you
am?
think?
Look,
We're
at
going
the,
to up front.
number on my shirt, Martial said too.
I'm the man.
Rashford. Straight at the ball.
Marcus. Marcus. Over there.
Marcus, don't hit the wall.
And
Luke Shaw's going to play it. Oh no, he's tried something.
Remember Anish Joshi in the comments saying that Havertz has tested positive for COVID.
What a touch! Did you see that?
No, I was talking about Kai Havertz having COVID. Apparently,
you would miss
Bruno.
Go on, Bruno.
Oh,
that's a
foul.
That is a foul. That is.
Corner.
It looked like it, didn't it?
That was a horrible.
Given a corner.
What I do with
Cavani
Cavani on FIFA 21 is drag him to the front post, flick headers every time.
Donny did not get into this
Should
game.
work, yeah.
What's everyone tripping on? Kieran
Thought he looked alright in the first half, didn't he?
Yeah. I think he was a part of one of 3 or 4 players that weren't great. Ball in the box, back post, keeper's come there. He's done well to claim that.
Shit.
And now they're on a counter attack.
Let's not be silly beggars here, because this Istanbul team is
Well
shit.
done, Harry Maguire.
Is shit. Is absolute shit.
They are
yeah.
shit.
And we're getting every time they attack.
We're panicking. We're all over the place.
We're not there to panic. We are playing Matic and Maguire at centre half.
Yep.
And McTominay at DM. Yep. Bruv. That's stiffer than popping 2 Viagras. Like, movement, please. Like,
To Frankie Brady with a £5 super chat. €5 actually, wonderful currency. Adam, stop blinking moaning, mate.
I'm sorry, I didn't realise we were beating Istanbul Basaksehir.
Can you say blinking?
Shall I swap with?
No, you're
Jay
staying
again?
there. You're
Stay there.
People don't want to watch me. They're telling you here with super chats. The audience hate me.
Yeah, sure.
Get me off.
One comment.
Should have had Matic off instead of Twanzebe.
You don't know though what's going on with Twanzebe.
To be fair, I'd take Twanzebe off because he'd end up getting sent off or something, and then we'd never see him ever again.
Is Adam on OnlyFans? You do have a members section.
I'm
your
on
channel.
OnlyMans.
Only flange.
Let's not do that again, Joe.
Yeah, let's not.
No.
Now, our equivalent of OnlyFans is join our channel.
Steve's page.
Oh, what?
Get a membership.
Cavani's
Cavani
properly
buying a
dived
penalty
there.
If he can buy that pen, that's a good shit.
McTom. Remember that goal McTominay scored against Arsenal? Lovely goal, that.
Unlucky.
Martial.
What's he doing, man?
Foul him. Good foul.
It weren't a,
That was a
Don't
good foul,
think he
though.
needs-
it weren't a
could've-
foul, though. The guy tackled him.
Raphael. He's got
player, man.
he's got that dickhead thing about him, which is why you like him, innit?
No, I love Raphael. I don't.
Look at him
Look
smiling.
at him smiling.
Did you
Look
see
him
that?
smiling as he's down.
He did well there.
That touch from Rashford's good. Cavani though. I mean, come on.
People saying they only tune in to watch you, Adam.
Mom, stop lying.
That's true. Lord Pogba is back.
Don't start doing up Lord Pogba and that. Let's chill.
Calm
Yeah.
down.
It's here.
Okay, last game he gave a penalty away.
Yeah, but he's still great, wasn't he, apparently, according to you.
According to me, I've never said he's great. That's the thing, Joe.
Come on.
You and your kind lack nuance.
Let's have it then. What kind would that be then?
Just knobs.
Any knobs in the chat? Unite. What is this?
Oh,
wow.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Just pass it past McTominay.
Pogba needs to redeem himself. Maybe that's more like it.
It's a good ball, that.
Good overlap. Good.
Oh.
Yeah, that's good. defending.
Casual from Maguire there.
Dean
Chested
Henderson
back
been
to Henderson.
unfortunate tonight, I think. That second goal was just smashed straight through him, wasn't it?
It's not what he could
just
do.
got to hit you, yeah.
Is maybe some of that disorganisation down to De Gea not being there? Not Dean being there, but De Gea not being there. I'm not trying to blame it on Dean Henderson before anyone else.
It shouldn't have. It would feel like too high up the pitch. If it was towards, it's way too. I mean, from a corner, it's not the goalkeeper's response to say,
No,
don't
yeah,
all
yeah,
you fuck
of
off
course.
up there.
Keep the ball, Paul.
Ooh.
What are you doing?
It's a good effort.
Just trying it.
It's not though, is it?
That's
not a good effort. If you
Demba
lose it
Bar's
there,
got
it's not a
very
good
giddy
effort.
there, hasn't he?
If Demba Bar was 10 years younger, he'd have tried to run at the defender there.
Demba Ba was 10 years younger. We'd probably want to sign him
And we would sign him.
for when we're in the championship next season.
It's almost like you're looking forward to that.
I am, bruv.
Oh, imagine.
Bro.
Brentford away.
No,
The Championship is the best league in the world.
The Championship would be
bro.
fun is if there was fans back in the stadium.
Yeah.
Imagine how, like, obviously you'd never want it, but it would be amazing. The atmosphere.
Getting there would be horrible.
Yes.
But once you're there, that season would be because you'd win every game as well.
Yeah,
Probably.
almost.
Almost.
Yeah, we'd basically be Celtic.
Might as well be Celtic.
Might as well be at that point. It would be sensational, and the fans, the chanting and the atmosphere at Old Trafford would be incredible, wouldn't it? Oh my god.
Yeah, there's your clip. The boys are dreaming of a season in the Championship. Go on. Nightmares to dreams. Turning nightmares to dreams. I might write a book about that.
Good luck.
Based on the life of Manchester United. The first page would just say sack Sir Alex Ferguson. Well, not sack him, get rid of him. And then your dreams will become nightmares.
Are you alright?
He could have...
What's he going on?
Sorry, some fucking fortune teller.
He could have stayed with us, you know.
Microphone.
No.
He could have stayed with us. He didn't have to leave, man. Done us over.
Oh, he almost turned someone's
How
pants.
did he nearly go round him that way?
The front and behind.
Ambitious.
What was this here? Great touch. So right foot.
He did it with his hand though.
Oh, right and then left.
Wow.
Imagine.
Guys, can I
So
say,
far out of play.
Joe is very close to joining Martial FC, you know.
I love Martial.
No, you don't.
Not like he does.
Not like me.
Not like I do.
Ball in the box. Keeper again, man.
Keeper's done very well.
Keeper.
Can we not kick it to the goalkeeper? Just chipping balls up to the penalty spot.
See, they tried it again, you know.
This is painful to watch. I don't know if he means us or the game, but
both, I imagine.
Yeah.
Denver Boys,
35.
35. That's a good run from Cavani there, near post. That's good run. Centre forward run that. Luke Shaw.
Get in there.
Is this the longest amount of time Cavani's had for us?
Yes.
Quite possibly.
Because he's
I
other
don't think so.
been like 10 minutes here.
10, 15 minutes.
Yeah,
Shredder.
full 35 minutes. This team is lacking a spine.
It's lacking a lot, man.
The team, like a
Of the players
metaphorical
themselves.
spine or an actual spine.
No, I think it's
It's weird because coming into the season, we thought we've got a good spine. De Gea, Maguire, Bruno, Pogba, Matic.
Oh,
all
Luke
these
Shaw,
players.
where are you going?
Have a word.
Rashford, Marshall. Marshall's almost come outside the box now to do his work, hasn't he?
come outside. Because Cavani, look, bang in the centre of the pitch.
Yeah.
I think they're rotating that front three, aren't they? Or maybe Rashford and Cavani making
It's
those
almost
runs.
like playing 4.
Yeah, we've gone. Those three have gone very narrow because Wan-Bissaka's very wide
Yeah.
up top.
But look, though, again, here's the problem that we had the other night. We've got 5 men stood on the edge of the 18-yard box, and that's it. Like, what's the player? Just pass it to someone in the 18-yard
And you've
box.
taken Donny van der Beek off.
Yeah, they've got 2 men round them. They just have to pass it back into the midfield. It's not really allowing us to get in there. Maybe on the
Cavani looks
counter-attack
like a
will
man
help
on a mission, though, which I like.
us. Yeah, he does.
Every time he's come on, he's looked like
He's always running.
like with a
isn't he?
purpose.
Yeah.
I hate when players come on, especially attackers, and they don't seem to have a purpose about it. They just fit into what the team's
Ollie's
already
just saying
doing.
there, move the ball quicker. It's slow. They're not moving it about enough. You need to create. You've got Cavani on the pitch there to have a header. You know, you want someone to put a good ball into him, but you need to give them space to do that. And it's all too slow.
Rafa, man, what are you doing
He
this
loves
to
it.
us?
He absolutely loves
He's been
it.
good, Annie, tonight.
What are you doing? Why would you do this?
He's just going to stick one in his own top bins, though.
Yeah.
90th minute, spin round.
Yeah.
And just
Like on.
We
on
need to
FIFA.
win this
I know.
game, you know. We
Kick
need
off,
a goal.
kick it back to the goalie. The goalie just turns and boots it in the roof of his own net. That'd be nice. We don't look like scoring anytime soon. Agree? Disagree? Like the video.
Oh, bro.
If you want United to get a goal, 1 like equals 1 goal.
Yep. That's how it
Please.
works.
Thank you. That's nice. Paul Pogba, a bit of
Go
space
on,
now.
go
Come on,
on.
do something.
Rashford's offside. Hold your line, Rash.
Yeah, he's back on. He's back
It was
on.
it's
By
awful
the time
run
he
by.
passed-
See, people will watch that and
shit.
blame Pogba. When you watch that and Rashford was offside, hold your fucking line. Bend your run. Come out.
Keeper.
Why are we panicking with Denver?
See, if you don't know ball, you're blaming Pogba now. You sat at home, fucking Pogba's here. But if you do know ball, you sat at home saying, Rashford needs to move there. Go on, talk.
Martial's on the left-hand side firmly now, isn't he?
Oh.
That's the sort of pass he knew that one wasn't going to work.
That's
through 4
better.
sets of legs.
We needed. You remember what Marshall and Pogba did to Newcastle then? We need him to do that there.
How many fans are in the stadium? Do we know?
It's just the
Four.
the
Ole
coach and
whistling.
the
Ole.
assistant manager whistling. Oh,
Matic, what
Nemanja
you trying to
Matic,
do?
man.
Good pressing. Cavani there. Luke Shaw wins it back. He's gone too far. He's tried putting a crossing from 40 yards out. Go on, Luke. Cavani. Back to Pogba. Edge of the box. McTominay. Holding possession nicely. Good step over there. Pogba. Luke Shaw letting it go out for a throw in.
I think Maguire manages our team, you know.
Go on then. Tell
Ollie's
us
his assistant.
more.
Because the geezer just starts no matter what, man.
You think Maguire's been bad today?
But like, even then,
That's
like, just
poor.
no matter what, any mistake at the back, Axel gets dragged, Victor gets dragged, McTominay and Matic are put in there. Everything gets
These
built
lads are
around
playing
him.
know what passes again.
Maybe he is the problem. Maybe. Just spitballing here.
Gio Franco with the super chat says, "You lot ignoring super chats?" No.
I'm ignoring life, bro.
Have your next comment is what you put in the super chat, and I'll read it out. I didn't realise I'd missed one there. Sorry about that.
I'm ignoring life itself.
We'll put it in the comments. Gio Franco.
Should we sing a song?
Yeah, let's.
What
Shall
song
we
should we
sing
sing?
a song?
London's Burning.
Ask the people at home what song want us to sing. Talking point. What?
Yeah, that's not. He said he was going to put the comment on the screen. He put something else on the screen. All right.
Go on then.
What good is it you reading the comment?
Boring, this, isn't it?
It's not looking
Not
like
really anything happened second
No.
half. No chances. Don't look much better.
Ooh,
Handball!
handball, ref.
Handball!
The comment
Slap that.
from Gio. Anything goes wrong, it's Adam's fault. JK, we need to hire Roy Keane to walk onto the touchline and light a fire under these boys. A lot of love for Roy Keane in the comments tonight.
I love Roy Keane,
Yeah.
but he's not the man to solve
No.
our problems. If anything, he's the man to worsen our problems and kill everybody.
It'd be funny though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be funny. I'd love to see that.
It's a poor ball again. Near front post.
Someone wants you to sing Freestyler. Shania Twain.
Chicka chicka freestyle, that tune.
Probably.
Rock on
Bomb Funk MC.
microphone, dun, dun.
That
That's
wasn't.
a big
I is
tune, innit?
handball, that, innit?
I used to have that as my ringtone.
Oh, clear on ball. The ref's got to see that.
Dun, 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 dun.
It was
Get
hard
Mason
out
on.
here. Fosun Mensah's
Mason
on.
Greenwood and Timbo's coming on.
The Ketchup song by Last Ketchup.
How's that one go?
No.
I don't know that one. I don't know that one.
The more you keep going, I don't think I'm going to get it.
We did get it.
Who do you think
Sorry for
Timbo's
giving
coming
you
off?
double flags there. Rashford's coming off. Can't say I'm surprised.
Is that
really. He's not been
Wan-Bissaka
good.
coming off?
Wan-Bissaka coming off as well by the looks of things.
I think we're just giving everyone a fucking
Fosu
game
Mensah
today.
coming on.
Fuck it.
Greenwood coming on.
We're treating this game like it's a pre-season friendly, man. I'm fucking.
Is he not trying to change the
I'm
game to win
embarrassed
it?
by this shit.
Is he not trying to change the game in order to win it?
I get the Greenwood one.
Wan-Bissaka off for Rashford.
Yeah.
No, he's good, not
No,
wrong.
Greenwood on for Rashford.
That said 29 in red and 10.
It's
in
not.
blue.
Let's be
It's.
honest. Wan-Bissaka and Greenwood are coming on for Rashford and Wan-Bissaka.
You said Wan-Bissaka
It's
twice.
pretty
Didn't
obvious who's playing where. Mckola is so dramatic. Did you go to acting
Yeah.
school? No. It says no.
We had one drama lesson once. We had a drama lesson once, but then I accidentally bought a loaded BB gun.
you? Accidentally.
And then, like, the lessons never used to happen after
Nah.
that.
What, they just stopped drama? Like, you couldn't have brought a gun into any other
He
lesson.
threatened to the teacher. That's
No,
what
it's
it
a
was.
ever do drama again.
You dick.
Oh, what were you doing? What were you playing? Blood Brothers.
And then one time, in year 6, we did the Bugsy Malone play.
Oh, nice.
Where I was Dandy Dan.
Yeah. Fat Sam. Oh, we're getting Luke Shaw.
Luke Shaw, yeah, just you jog back, mate. Don't worry about it.
Rafa must look at Luke Shaw and think, you are a prick, bro. How are you still at United? You're living my dream and you don't even care.
Fergal McClements with a super chat. Our fullbacks only hit the ball in to get away from. To get it away from them. They should never cross it. It's never actually attempting to cross it. It does feel like sometimes, doesn't it? Just kick it into the box.
If they have a short pass on, they won't cross it.
No.
Because they're bottle jobs. Do players think about their pass completion on the pitch sometimes?
I don't know.
I feel like they do. You know,
Stats of ruining the game, is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Like, there'll be a man like Bruno that doesn't care, you can tell. Pogba at times, he'll just try a pass that, you know, something comes off and you'll get something out of it. But there's others, sometimes you can tell, man.
Like that.
Like they're playing
that is beautiful.
Yeah.
But Pogba knows that could get cut out.
Yeah. Or just go long, slightly long for a throw in or whatever. That's a pass. Seems like there's a foul, ref. Come on. That pass from...
I don't think that was a foul.
No, I don't either. That pass from... Oh, that's
Harry.
Is that fucking Mr. Captain?
Good defending there.
Leader legend.
Harry, keep the ball, keep the ball.
Done well.
There you go, make up for it.
Recovered that.
Oh, hang on.
Pop that.
That was
give it him back, give it him back.
There's a pass. There's a pass for you. Go on, Luke.
Luke
First
Shaw
time.
No
not
chance.
Getting that.
No chances either.
Not getting that. It could have stopped and waited for him, and Luke Shaw would not have got it.
Gianfranco, the boys played too narrow. The movement, the moment the ball was hooked from the flanks from Shaw's unbroken leg, Tellez will change that, but the midfield lacks. We don't have much from the wings, do we, at the minute? No, there's not much in that one.
Not really. Not with.
We're getting to that point of the year, aren't we?
What?
I hate this, man. I hate it.
Well, it's early in the season.
Manager in, manager out. It's just stress. I just want to live. I just want Fergie back. That's it. What are you drinking?
Water. Demba Bar tackle there. That's got to be a bucket.
Nah.
There's someone on the table. I don't want to knock it over. Is that all right with you?
Demo bar going off.
People predicting a 2-3 win for United. That was me. I apologise for the gurgle. Cavani's in good shape. We are shite, aren't we?
How many goals do United need to score for your bet to come in?
5.
A lot.
5?
Nah, 4.
4 more?
Yeah.
Right, so it was a silly bet.
I thought we'd win 3-0 today, is what I thought the score would be.
So you bet on us scoring 5?
No, bet on us
winning by 3.
-2.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So basically,
still
-2 is take 2 goals off United, they still have to win. So if you took 2 goals off United now, we're -1, so we don't win.
Yeah. Like the video, let's get up to 1,000 likes. Let's see if we can get us up to 1,000 likes. That'd be great.
Go on, Luke.
He's hit it 50 yards, bless him, but he's got it in.
Because he was knackered.
He went round his man and voted it.
He's bollocks when he got past there.
I don't even want to talk about how rubbish they are no more, because it's just unfair, man. It's like picking on a stupid guy at school.
Stop, they're already dead, kind of thing. Being player. Yeah. Maradona. Maybe we shouldn't talk about Maradona at the
he's
moment.
ill though at the moment.
He's not well, is he?
So we'll leave that one out. No.
Was it not about his illness?
No.
I love Maradona.
It wasn't anti-Maradona.
One of
yours.
Has anybody watched the film yet? I want to watch it. I haven't seen it.
No,
I'm not seeing it.
No, anyone watched it at home? Let's talk about Maradona.
Oh,
Diego
what a touch that
Maradona. Shout out him.
Who was that there?
Oh, mate, you got muscled.
That was a great touch. Was that Visca there?
So poor, isn't it?
That was a brilliant touch.
There's a foul there somewhere. How would they not give that?
Look at this for a touch. Oh no. He's done.
It's a bad touch.
You're right, Adam. You all right? Good. We've not had a chance second half.
It's so much better
Not really.
being at the game, man. Like this, at least you don't have to watch the football when you're at the game.
What would you be doing now if you're at this game?
I'd have gone to the bar if it was still open, or the geezer in front of me might have farted and stunk the place out, so we would have all started laughing about that and just forgot about how shit United are.
Jay, fart. Right? So
No, not Jay. You don't fart about him. He's also old fella.
That's a good pass.
Me and Jay don't sit together.
Yeah, but
Same
he's the
thing.
geezer in front of you, though, isn't he?
He is now. It's the geezer lad in front of you. Get him to fart. Cheer up a bit.
Yeah, go on, Jay. Give it to Trump. Jay's lost the will to fart. Jay's worst day of his life.
And he loves
stayed up watching Donald Trump win an election. I'd let Donald Trump win every election ever again if it meant we'd win this game.
Wow.
I was speaking to Will before. I was like, "Oh, who do you want to win the election?"
Who do you fancy?
I was like,
Who do you fancy?
then? No,
Who do you fancy
who do you want
for
to win
it?
the election? He went, "Don't know really. Probably that Biden." I was like, "Been following the footage then, have you? Yeah? Following the build-up."
Biden.
Anyway, Maguire, Bruno, McTominay.
Scott McTominay. Maybe we can send positive vibes to him to score if we just sing his song.
Is that Timbo there now? So, looks
McTominay's
like,
right back.
Yeah.
If
Great.
Poch still has that long hair when he becomes Man United,
No, he needs to trim it.
Fuming.
I want the short hair.
He
Poch.
needs that tight
Fresh
back and
trim.
sides.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
If he's got that fucking I've been on holiday hair when he starts managing Man United, I'm
He
gonna-
looked-
I
he
don't
looked-
want- I
he
don't want
looked-
that hair, Poch.
No,
He looked rough, didn't he?
He didn't look rough. He looked healthy and a little bit chubby, but he needs a trim.
He needs a trim. Lose a couple of pounds. He'll
That
lose
black
that.
suit, black shirt,
Yeah,
black tie combo.
That Poch. That's what we need. Not this Monday night fucking have a Magnum before bed, sitting on the veranda with a glass
Have a
of
Magnum
wine.
in the
Poch.
shower.
What kind of Magnum you on about the drink? Or the ice cream?
Oh, the ice cream. Yeah, he's not drinking 2 bottles of champagne before bed.
No, not.
That's on ball again. That
We're on different
give it.
levels completely.
it's a Magnum. though.
Magnum's like a tonic drink.
Oh no, I mean Magnum. A Magnum of champagne is like
Yeah.
a bottle that's twice the size. I believe.
Got minerals in that in. Gives you strength to go for long.
Dear me. Dear me.
Oh, God. What's
6
your favourite
minutes.
slow jam? Favourite slow jam, Ronnie?
Easy. Bobby V.
Bobby V. Slow down. Oh, you're young, you are.
What?
You
What's
are
yours?
young,
4
you-
tops.
Nah. Slow jam.
4 seasons.
I got a draw for some Jagged Edge, some Boys to Men,
Yeah,
Boys to Men are
Boys to
good.
Men's
Boys
classic,
Together.
some
Yeah.
some 112,
Hey, oh.
We're in. He's
maybe
in.
some New Edition.
Good speed from Fosu Mensah there.
Soul for
Someone
real.
that can run.
No, that's Soul for real.
Mine's a bit of A1.
A1.
A bit of
A1.
A1.
What did they do?
No,
Genuine.
No, I tell you what, it's not bad. Bit of Justin Timberlake, and that makes you a bit young.
Timberland made so many careers, didn't he? He made Justin Timberlake.
No, he didn't.
No, his solo career. he
Maybe.
did. Justified is basically produced by Timberland. And all the good songs are Timberland songs. I reckon you see that video of Benzema and that saying, "Don't pass to Vinicius."
Yeah.
Who's that guy at Old Trafford that they don't want to pass
go
to?
on. Greenwood.
Settle.
Luke Shaw.
Was that Maguire who headed that on Matic back? Shouldn't they have headed it on goal?
Oh, Dan
think-
James. Someone's saying Dan James is that guy.
I don't think
People
so.
don't want to pass to.
Yeah.
Yeah, Luke Shaw and Dan James maybe. Wan-Bissaka
think
a
it-
little bit sometimes.
I think it was Lukaku for a
Someone
bit. I
said
think they were
3-1
taking the
Demba Ba.
piss out from. I heard when he was in training and stuff, doing like doing the 5v2s and
Fizzing
stuff.
him at him.
He just couldn't do it, and they were just some of the younger lads were proper taking the piss out of him.
You do that to people though, don't you?
Yeah.
I do it to
And-
my friends.
yeah, but imagine
like,
that.
You know,
You-
their
yeah, but
touch is
imagine
suspect,
if-
you just fizz it out.
Yeah, they do it to me. Imagine £90 million player and you've got all the youth team taking the piss because you can't fucking...
Oh, that's a good play. That's good touch by Cavani. Heavy from Martial there. Come on,
Ah!
man. Come on, man. 5 minutes left. Well, probably more
Luke
like
Shaw
6.
just show aggression.
Oh, he's got away with that. Well done, Luke. Oh, he's give the foul.
Free kick there.
I know it's not the greatest time to ask, but we're 150 likes from 1,000. So please hit that like button. It will help us.
103 likes now.
103 likes now.
Mhm.
Also, if you're interested, I know you might not be at this time, there's a link to merch if you want some merch.
Down below.
In the description below. We've got them hero tees, the Bruno tees.
That hero tee is great, isn't it?
The Ollie's at the wheel tees, which might need to be taken down soon.
Yeah.
You be still leaving them up for nostalgia purposes?
Yeah.
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 We just put not. Just scribble the word not.
Just put
after
patch on it.
Ollie was.
Yeah.
At the wheel.
Yeah, Ollie was at the wheel. Ollie was here.
Oh dear, it's boring, isn't it?
It's poor.
It's poor.
It's poor.
Pouring Man United.
They're mugging us off
Someone
now
said,
as well.
"Are we Arsenal?" Joe, please tell me we aren't Arsenal.
Arsenal would beat these, that.
Cheers, Adam.
Thanks for the positivity there. We
Poch at the wheel.
Who was that? Was that Andre Villas-Boas yesterday who said that? So you got to be in the Champions League to get knocked out of it.
Fucking
yeah.
mint.
Great. I like
Fucking
that.
love
I like
that.
that attitude. Is it Zenit still at? Or is
Oh
it
yeah,
somewhere?
sorry, Zenit. Yeah. Was it? No, it was Marseille. Is that right?
Oh yeah, Marseille now. They lost to Porto, didn't they?
They've lost like I think it's 10, 11 games consecutively.
Well, that's a good header.
Oh, it wasn't a good header.
So many handballs. being
Harry
called in.
Maguire's win percentage of aerial duels must be mahoosic.
It's ridiculous. It's got to
because
be
he wins all of them.
90%.
But he just
Whether his header's the right header or the right touch, he wins every everything.
Oh no.
He wins every header. He was asking for a ball there. Oh, I
Nah,
didn't
he
like
Nah, he
moved
did
his arm
look
out the
it,
way.
but he never hit him.
No.
He just moved his hand quickly out of the way.
Come on, Luke.
It's 89 minute.
Let's go, Luke.
I thought it was 70th minute or something.
Nice. Coming to an end here. But a bit of a...
That's
that's a fucking that. Come on, ref.
That Skirtle, he's just
He should have been off already.
You fucking slag. Because you got roasted by him when he ended your Premier League career. I was about to say something else then.
You did well,
I don't know what you were going to say.
I don't know what you were going to say, but let's not.
Let us begin. Rainer says, it's like torture watching United play. I miss the old times where teams feared playing against us. Has Ole crashed the bus? That's what someone said.
Bus?
The bus that he's at the wheel of.
All right.
What, you think he had all these bloody players in a
This
sports
geezer
car?
called Ponk is coming up. You bloody Ponk. Bonk. It's like a cartoon.
Onomatopoeia.
Yeah, onomatopoeia. I love that.
Carlos
What's your favourite word of onomatopoeia?
Squeegee.
Pop's a classic, isn't it?
Pop's good,
Pop.
yeah. I reckon Squeegee's onomatopoeia. It's like
No,
squeegee.
squeegee's.
No,
Squeegee's.
squeegee.
Squeegee.
Nah,
Yeah,
squeegee
it
isn't even a real word.
Here it
How do you
is.
spell it?
Squeegee.
That's
Ball in the box.
Squeegees, I
Luke Shaw.
think.
Squeegee.
Squeegee.
That is
things.
Squeegee.
That's
you know,
some weird
squeegee
American
things.
sweet
yeah, a
that all them
squeegee
fat
ball.
kids
That's where you
eat.
talk to ghosts with, mate.
No, don't.
Something like that.
Squeaky ghosts.
Ghosts who used to be window cleaners who actually used a squeegee. Good pass, Cavani.
The ghost of Joe Pasquale.
Mm.
Squeegee board.
Rubbish.
It was that bad. It was good.
Why are we laughing?
Because what else are you
Maguire
going
with
to do?
another header?
Because you'd cry otherwise.
Oh,
Rafa's doing it.
The deal was, Raf, we win, you score.
Yeah. We'll let you score.
Van Persie, Fenerbahce style.
Yeah.
Yeah, I celebrate that so much. It's a good job we were 4-0 up, otherwise we got filled in.
No. Why? No.
Ball in the box.
No.
Go on, Luke.
Corner,
No.
that is.
Nah.
That's a red card, you know.
He's done him in there.
That was absolutely wild on Luke Shaw then.
The ball's out of play.
It's not a red card. It's not a red card, but it's very reckless. He got the ball. The ball was out of play, but he got the ball, didn't he?
Luke Shaw's taking a corner
Come on.
again.
Oh no! Why?
Why are you taking
Let's
corners?
have a goal. Ball in. Who's that? Matic. Oh!
Yeah!
Is that gone in? No. Goal kick. Corner ball.
The watch never went off.
Fuck off. Watch ain't gone off.
Maguire's headed the ball. It looked like it was going to fall on. Was it Matic?
Well, they both headed it.
It
Sorry.
looked like it was going to fall on Martial's toe. The defender's just taken it away. The second one was
Matic.
Maguire. See, that was just. Oh, that was like.
He's cleared it off the line.
He never went nowhere.
Cleared off the line.
It was great by Skirtle.
Come on, Luke Shaw. One more. Come on, let's just get a draw at least. Not too fucking embarrassing.
We've blown that.
Ball in the box. Won the header.
Oh, Tony.
He's trash. He ain't going to score, is he?
That's that. That's that, I reckon.
40 seconds left.
I know. You know what?
Shithead from
We all took this result for granted, and we're more worried about the Everton game. And we were talking about how important that Everton game is now for Ollie. It's just taken some bigger importance.
Yeah, that's a must-win game now.
Huge.
If we don't win against Everton, I think there'll be. I know obviously now there's Ole out, and you'll see it again tonight. But if we lose to Everton, it will be genuinely a concern and like drifting towards new manager territory. I think, whether you like it or not.
So why are they checking it? We've seen it. It's not gone in.
I hate when they do this on FIFA with the goal line technology and the ball's nowhere near the line. It's like on the 6-yard line. This game's done and dusted, boys.
Yeah, get it up. Back to the goalkeeper. That'll be full time.
Do you know what? Yeah, we haven't created one chance for Edinson Cavani. You know, one fucking chance
at all since he's played.
One chance.
That'll be full time, will it?
What a disgrace, man.
He's letting it play a bit.
Why?
Don't know.
So we're gonna have a bit of head tennis
Just
in the
all
middle.
fucking.
Shoot.
Are they gonna get another?
Wouldn't surprise me. Play. It's got to go. Turn, Tony.
The one on Greenwood.
What?
The one
Has
on
he
Greenwood
just give
in their
there?
half. Martial's controlled the ball on the turn.
It's
a foul. It's a foul.
Martial's been our best player of a bad bunch today.
And the best player on the pitch has been Raphael. And
Oh yeah, I mean
Raphael and
ours.
Yeah, yeah.
I suppose Raphael's ours, isn't he?
In theory. Full time.
2-1. Loss.
United have lost 2-1. We'll be back very shortly for the review and for fan cams. Pretty
But
shit that
come
one.
on, what the fuck just happened? That everyone knows I got patience. I try and see things as level-headed as possible. That was the worst game I've ever seen this season. Like, I don't understand what's going on with that. The defending was abysmal. £80 million worth of centre-back leading that defence. £30 million worth of full-back in Luke Shaw. Supposed to be there doing something. Wan-Bissaka, £50 million. Are you, though? We end the game with Matic, McTominay and Maguire in the heart of our defence and the heart of our midfield. Awful. Like, it's just awful. And today, it's not about players didn't step up and perform, or we just weren't good enough today. That stuff starts on the training pitch, in the coaching room with the coaches, talking to them. What is going on with that defence? That doesn't look like that's been drilled. They don't work in patterns. They don't, like, things in football are supposed to be repetitive. You do them over and over again so they become second nature. Against Spurs, you commit a foul. Stand over the ball. You don't stand over the ball, they score a goal. Today, we attack a corner and we leave the slowest player in the Champions League on his own at the back.
35 years old.
To defend.
Oh, Matic, 34 or 33.
And it's like, what are we doing? Like, it's schoolboy stuff. Schoolboy errors, left, right, and centre. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I'm not saying he has to get sacked, but this is going towards that. He has to turn this quick time, because if he doesn't, he will be gone very, very soon, because it's not good enough to be losing as much points as we are and to be performing against an Istanbul side like that. It's not good enough.
We'll be back very shortly for the full review, and of course Adam's fan cam, and Alex will be on the fan cams as well. Cheers for joining us at home. United have lost 2-1 to Istanbul Basaksehir. See you in a bit.